Good morning, everyone. How is everyone today? Today is Australia Day, which kind of means that I want to start this stream off with a rant. The 26th of January. Hooray! So I'm taking advantage of the public holiday here in Australia to do a gas stream. And yes, the public holiday for today is Australia Day. And that was called out in a video solved by Mark Goodliff when he solved a puzzle by Maggie and I. And Maggie was elated to see that. So thank you, Mark, for doing that. But yeah, Australia Day is kind of. I mean, I'll take the public holiday, and I'm happy to acknowledge our history, but there's a lot of people in Australia who've come to go, yeah, there's a big difference. This is going to make a lot of people, possibly a lot of the people who are here, and I'm not sure if chat is broken or whatever, but really upset at me because there's a big difference between celebrating terrible moments in history and acknowledging that history existed and teaching that that history existed. So a bunch of white people coming to a country and killing all the people that were already here and displacing them of their land. Yay! Is chat actually working? I'm hoping so. Yeah. Do I want to bury that history? No. Do I want that history not to be taught in schools? No. Do I want it to be taught as a positive thing? No. Do I want to celebrate it? No. That's kind of where I am on the whole Australia Day thing. And I think there's a lot of that. I'm really worried chat is broken. Um, anyone? Yeah. Um, I've had problems before with chat not updating correctly. Okay, hi Eric. So something is going on. Hey Carl. Okay, chat seems to. I refreshed chat and it seems to be working now. So yeah, I know I'm starting this stream with a rant and that people are here for the puzzles, but as I said, I'm taking advantage of the public holiday, and there's yeah the concept of celebrating horrible things in history. No, don't celebrate. Definitely remember. Definitely teach about. I was the thing that reminds me the most about it is the taking down of, or the attempt to take down many of the statues in the US when there was a big deal about it of the Southern generals, so generals from the losing side of the Civil War, and everyone would say you're trying to erase our history. No, you teach about it, you make sure it's taught. Like people who are trying to remove things from school seem to be the same people who want to celebrate these things. Don't celebrate them, but make sure people are taught about them. There's a big difference. Um, yeah, I don't want to celebrate Australia Day. When I was in school, we didn't teach the dark bits. We just celebrated. It's like this is the founding of our country. No, let's do puzzles. But yeah, I don't want to start by sort of yeah, I'll take the public holiday, but yeah. So, when we finished the last cast stream, we were doing a puzzle called Such Great Heights by Bill Murphy, according to my tracking, and now we've got a puzzle called 16 Extra Givens, which is an arrow puzzle by Philip Newman, and this is it here. I had it loaded, ready to go, so I could reformat my screen. All of my formatting got lost, and I'm not sure what happened. So I've recreated it, and I'm on the right thing. I don't know what went wrong. The audio everything seems to be working, but yeah, I had to reformat the screen, and we'll go from there. When I'm on this, it used to show the rules, and now it's not, and I don't know why. So yeah, all odd. This is yeah a thing. Hi everyone. See, I did scare all the viewers away. I had like 10 for a bit, and now I'm at 4. No one wants to talk about these issues. But someone has to, and I know this isn't the place for it, but everywhere should be the place for talking about don't celebrate, remember, and teach. Um, and the minute you talk about we don't want to teach that in our school on any subject, yeah, yeah. So, arrows. Normal Sudoku rules apply. This is the first puzzle in the stream. So, what does that mean? It means that in every box, in every row, and in every column, the digits 1 to 9 must be placed without repetition. Now we've got arrows in this grid, which means the digits on arrows must sum to the circle total. So, on this arrow is connected to a circle, and the digits on this arrow must sum to the digit in that circle. Now, there aren't any in this puzzle, but in arrow puzzles, you may often see multiple arrows coming out of a single circle, and that would mean that each arrow would independently sum to the digit in the attached circle. Digits may repeat if allowed by the other rules. Now, that's not relevant in this puzzle because all of the arrows are straight, but that could be relevant. So if this arrow here had, no, that's a bad example, but if this arrow here, if this circle here had an arrow coming out of it doing that, those could both be the same digit. Why? What is going on? Those could both be the same digit. But they aren't because there's no arrow there in the actual puzzle. I'm going to restart the puzzle, restart my timer. Let's give this a shot. So, this 9 has to go in this box somewhere. This box 9 has to go in this box somewhere. Now, I can't put 9 on one of these two cell lengths arrow, or the other one, even on a 9 arrow, would have to be a 0. This 9 sees those. This 9 sees those. I can't put 9 on one of these arrows. This is also a 9. Now, I can't put 8 on a 7 arrow. I can't put 8 in either of those. So 8, and I can't put 8 there. So this is 8, this is 1. 9 is not in any of those. No, I don't know 9 is not in any of those. What am I looking at? This is 8, 7, and 6. And I can't put 9 on an 8, a 7, or a 6 arrow. 9 is in one of those two in the column. Now, these are from 1, 2, 4 and 5, because the only way to make up 6 is 1 with 5 or 2 with 4. So 3 is in one of these. This could be 3, 5 though. I'm still not quite clicked with how this is going to work. 9 can't be on a 6 arrow, 9 can't be on an 8 arrow, 9 can't be... it's the 4 arrow. I missed the 4 arrow. 4 arrow, there's only one way to do that, which is 1 and 3, because if I go up from 1, I hit 2, 2. Yes, that's a good one, Eric. Hey, FB Jefferson. Or FB... So that is a good one, which is I can figure out what these cells sum to and these cells sum to, because I know this is a 7 and these sum to 7, so that's 14. Add 9, I get to 23. Add another 9, I get to 32. Add 8, I get to 40. These digits sum to 5, which means they are either 1, 4 or 2, 3. That's weird. But I can't see what to do with it. So these are 1, 2, 3, or 4 as well, because, no, this is a different total, because this is 9 plus 9, which is 18. This is 8 plus 8, which is 26, plus 8, which is 34, plus 7, which is 41. These sum to 4. These are 1 and 3. So these... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 4, and 5. Well, the only way to make 7 out of that is 2 and 5. If I do a 4, I need a 3. These are 2 and 5. 2 comes out of here, but these summed to 5. So 2 comes out of here, so 3 comes out of here. This is 1, 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 6 go into those. The 2, 5 makes this the 4, which makes this the 2. Now, 8 can't be, well, it could be 1, 7. It can't be 2, 6. It could be 3, 5. If it's 1, 7, it's 1, 7, because I can't put 1 in this box. If it's 3, 5, it's 3, 5, because I can't put 3 in this box. Now down here, 16 plus 12 is 28, plus 7 is 35. These sum to 10. This is a 1-9 pair. So there's no 1-5 in this. This is 2-4. This is 3-5, which means this is the 7 and this is the 1. This is a known triple now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 7. 7 on here would need a 2, so there's no 7 there. This is the 7. The 4 looks up, making this the 5, and this is the 4. Thank you, Eric. Wow, my brain was obviously off. The 5 makes this the 3, which makes this the 5. Oh, hey, David. Yes, I'm taking advantage of a public holiday. The 3 looks back, making this the 1 and this the 3. These are now a pair. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2 would make this 7. 6 would make this 3, but it can't be a 7. So this is the 3, this is the 6, this is the 2. This now can't be 1, 6, or 3, 4, so it's 2, 5. The 2 here means this is the 5 and this is the 2. It was very, very obvious and clear break-in if I'd wrapped my head around it sooner. So these are 1 and 4 because 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So these are 1 and 4, but I can't put a 1 down here. So this is the 4, this is the 1, this is the 4. The 4 on a 7 arrow means this is the 3. This is a pair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The 6 here needs a 2. The 5 needs a 3. So these are 2 or 3, but I can't use a 3. So this is 2 and 6 and 5. This is, well, the 1, 3, of course, made this 9 and this 1 ages ago. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 5 goes with 4. This is now a known pair, and I hope it sums to 8. It's 2 and 6. Thank heavens, 2 and 6. Summing to 6 here now. Well, I'm not using 2, 4, so this is 1, 5, means this is the 3 and this is the 1. This is a triple for the box, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's no 7 there, there's no 8 there, there's no 9 there. This 6, of course, looks up making that the 3 and that the 6. I should have done that ages ago. The 7, 8, 9 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 and 6 go into there. I'll use the 6 to make that the 3 and that the 6, which means that's the 4. This is a triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 5 and 7. There's no 3, no 7, no 5. This pair, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2 and 8. So 2 and 8, which means 5 and 2. This 5 looks down, making this 1 and this 5. This 4 looks back, making 2 and 4. These are 1, 8 and 9. There's no 1 there. There's no 9 there. There's no 8 there. Now, how am I going to resolve this center box? There is a 6 right there. 2 is right in the middle of the grid. I'm looking for digits that have all of the digits looking in. So that's a 4. So I'm looking for digits that are in all of these side boxes. And this is where my scanning is terrible. Okay, so let's look at the triples in these columns. These are 1, 7, and 8. So this is a 7, 8, which means this is the 1, which means this is the 8, this is the 9, this is the 1. So this is just a pair, which should be 3, 5. And the 3 looks down. That's the 5, that's the 3, that's the 7, that's the 5. So this is a pair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 3 and 9. I'll use that 3 to make that the 9 and that the 3, which means that the 8, that's the 7, that's the 9, that's the 8, and that is to finish it off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 minutes, 29 seconds. Now, this is my first puzzle today. And, wow. No, I read the time wrong. So I missed the 2 hat time by 59 seconds. Okay. And I needed help. Thanks, Eric. So, yeah, Swivy, the pinned link above takes you to the gas homepage. You can open the PDFs. So the puzzle I'm solving at the moment is for the 21st of March, and you can find the appropriate puzzle, or there is tracker sheets where you can scroll down to the 21st of March 2023. I'm using the tracker sheets. So you can do it one of those ways. Because I'm going through the puzzles so quickly, me trying to then share the links and pin them and all of that would just be too rapid. And people often want to track their stuff. So using a tracker sheet the same way I am, or using the PDFs is the way to do it. I also want to try and use this to promote the gas homepage. So yeah, I'm also not very good at streaming, and I would absolutely forget to post the link considering I'm doing some of these puzzles in like 3 or 4 minutes. So yeah, just that's why the pinned message is the gas homepage where everything is there. On my guest video that went live last night, someone also asked me about why I don't post hat times. It's because they're spoiled in most places, including in most of the tracker sheets, and I don't want to advertise something that people consider to be a spoiler. And I can't spoiler something in a description. Also, again, I try and do these as a rapid fire thing. The more work they take me, the more likely it is that I'll just find that I'm at the moment I'm doing the gas videos in like my lunch breaks, and the minute I can't quickly do them in my lunch break because it's too much admin, I'll just stop doing them. So yeah, I'm trying to keep them as sort of routine as possible. Okay, what is this next one? It's called Clone Fortress. Now, I'm okay at clone puzzles. I'm terrible at fortress puzzles. So, grey regions of the same size and shape contain exactly the same arrangements of digits. Each digit in a grey cell must be greater than all of the digits in white cells that are orthogonally adjacent to that cell. I am terrible at Fortress, but we'll see how we go. Hopefully those rules made sense to everyone, and if not, well, I go through. But basically what it means is this cell must be larger than those. This cell must be larger than those. We'll see how this goes. I'm going to restart the puzzle to restart my timer. Let's give this a shot. So we know that and that must be cloned. So this must be an 8. This must be a 6. Now, this cell has to be larger than that, which isn't great. This has to be larger than that, and it can't be 1, 2, or 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is 3 or 4. But I think the one that's going to matter the most is this 7, because these have to be larger than 7. So these are 8 and 9, which means these are 8 and 9. And now I've got 8, 9 pairs, and this 8 looks down, making that 9, that 8, that 9, that 8, that 9, which means that's 9, that's 8, and that's 9. Whoa, 8. Sorry, I'm waking up still. It's Australia Day and it's a public holiday and I'm still waking up. Now, I think these 8s and 9s are mostly useless and I have to figure out what's going on in these other cells. Now, can I do some Sudoku with any of this? Like, I know 9 is in one of those two. 9... Not really sure. There is almost certainly a fortress thing going on now, but I am... Like, these have to be higher than 5, and I can't use 8 or 9. These are 6 and 7. And this reflects to here, which is 6 or 7, and this reflects to here, which is 6 or 7. And this 6 makes that 7 and that 6, which means that's 7 and that's 6. Which means these are less than 6, but that's not really floating my boat. This is a quadruple, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, this can't be a 1 and this can't be a 1. I don't think they can even be 2 because this has to have 2 digits lower than it. So this can't be a 2 either. So that's a 3, 4 pair. So 3, 4 come out of those. And the 1 here means this is the 2 and this is the 1. I could have used the 2 for the same purpose, but I didn't. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. This is an 8 by Sudoku because 8, 8 forced 8 into one of those two, but that 8 took it out. This is, of course, assuming I haven't made terrible mistake. Where is 9 in this row? Because can't go there, can't go there, can't go there because of that 9. So that is a 9. This is now a triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 4, and 7. Now, that could be any of them, except for down here. If it's 3, these are 1 and 2, which might be possible. Can't be 7, though. This... Could this be 7? Because isn't that going to... maybe. I don't know. Because this is low. Because it can't be 6, 7, 8, or 9. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but it can't be 1 or 2 because it's got 2 digits lower than it. Oh, it's 3 or 4 only. And this is 3 or 4 only, which means this is 3, 4, this is 7, and this is 7. That 3, 4 pair is cool. Now, this can't be 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, or 8. This is 5 or 9, so this is 5 or 9. Hey, Leah. So, and what is this quadruple? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 4, 5, 7, 9. Well, there's no 7 or 9 there. So that's 4, 5. There's no 9 or 7 there. That's 4, 5. So that's 9. That's 7. There's no 7 there, giving me a 3, 4 pair. I could have got that when I got that. This is 4, 5. I'm very much struggling with this, but Fortress breaks my brain every single time. This is 3 or 4. So these are from 1, 2, 3. This can't be 3 or 4. This is a triple, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This has to be 1, 2, 3. These, hang on, this is from 1, 2, 3, and it's not 2. This is 1 or 3 only. This is from 1, no, this is from 2 or 3 only. And it's 2. That's a 2 because it has to be lower than 4 and it can't be 1 or 3. So that's a 2, which means that's not a 2. So Fortress breaks my brain. This, again, is from 1, 2, or 3 because it has to be lower than 4. And it's not 3. This is a 1 or a 2 because the 3, 4 pair. Where is 9 in this box? That's the question I should have asked myself ages ago. Like, absolutely ages ago. Because I can't put it in any of those cells. That is absolutely the 9. Oh, I could have done that by cloning. Yeah, I could have done that. That's... Oh, I've forgotten... Was that Nikolai? Sorry, I'm terrible at Cyrillic names. See, I'm a colonialist. That's a terrible thing to say as well. I'm making a lot of Australia Day. I'm picking on Australia Day today. I am terrible at Fortress puzzles. This is a triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 2, 4, 5. There's no 2 there. Oh, this 3 means that's a 4. That's been 4 forever. So that's the 3. That's the 4. That's the 3. That was there for so long, and that would have broken this whole thing open, I imagine. And I was completely and utterly dumb. 5, 1. So that's a 2. That's a 1. That 3 was probably the core of this entire puzzle, and I didn't use it. See, Brem, dumb. Dumb, Brem, dumb. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And that 3 again. 4, 3. So this is a 2. C spot run. Run spot run. 7 makes that a 6 and that a 7. 1, 2, 3. That's a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that 6 makes that the 5 and that 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 9. Well, I'm not putting 9 next to the 7. So that's the 9. That 4 makes that the 3 and that the 4. These are 1 and 9, so we've got 9 and 1. These are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 8. 5, 8 means that's the 4. Okay. That column needs a 1. So these are 3, 5, and 7. There's no 7. Wait. This is the 5. This is the 8 because of the 8. It's an invisible one. The 5 looks up taking 5 out of those. So 3, 7, 5. These are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll use that 3, which is the first thing I saw. This becomes a 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 8 minutes 13. I'm pretty certain that's going to be outside the 2 hat time. Yeah, by 1 minute and 13 seconds. But I did miss some key elements. And I'm just terrible at Fortress. There's something about it that just doesn't work in my brain. But that was a very cool puzzle. The interactions on that were so elegantly designed. Missing that 3 was basically the key to me failing that by a minute and whatever. But it happens. Yeah, hey Leah. And as I said, I think it's Nikolai. I think someone said it was Nikolai. I've probably got that wrong. I needed to remember a name through. It's been a rough few weeks. Um, yeah. Okay, what's the next puzzle? And I'm explaining, or trying to anyway, which really does slow you down. Oh, by the way, as I said, I had to reset all of my my display setup and everything. If ever a puzzle pops up and you can't read the rules or the grid isn't properly displayed, let me know so I can reset it. As in reset my OBS layout. Okay, so new order t-shirt. As in you've made a new order for a t-shirt, or you've got a new t-shirt for the band New Order. Either is fine. I mean, I'm wearing my Anne Juliet t-shirt, so what can I say? So normal Sudoku rules. Cells along a purple line contain a set of consecutive non-repeating digits in any order. So they are Renban lines. So if you place any set of digits along a Renban line, when you take those digits off the line and sort them, they will be a run of digits. They couldn't be 1, 2, 4, for example, because if you take, or 4, 1, 2, because if you take 4, 1, 2 off the line and sort them and you count as a run of digits, 1, 2, 4, wait, that doesn't seem right. Similarly, if they were 5, 6, 8, if you take them off and sort them 5, 6, 8, that is not a run of digits. I'm going to restart the puzzle to restart my timer. Let's give this a shot. Now I could probably 1, 2, 3 would work. 2, 3, 4, no. 3, 4, 5, no. 4, 5, 6, no. 5, 6, 7, no. 6, 7, 8. So these have to be 1, 2, and 3. It's the only thing that doesn't actually cause a conflict in here. These two can't be 3, so this is the 3, and this is a 1, 2. I did notice over here, because I can't use a 3 or a 6, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5 don't work. And when the next one is 4, 5, 6, and all the way up to 6, 7, 8 don't work. So this is 7, 8, 9. I can't put 7 there or there, so the 7 goes in the middle, and the rest is an 8, 9 pair. Up to here, I could do what it is either 1, 2, 3 or 7, 8, 9. And I'm not sure. So if it's 1, 2, 3, that's a 3. And if it's 7, 8, 9, that's a 7. And I'm not sure how to use that. But I've got another 3, 6 here. So this is 7, 8, 9. And there's no 7 in either of those. So that's a 7. There's another 4, 7 here. So this is 1, 2, 3. And there's no 3 in either of those. So that's a 3. 2 and 8 is much less restrictive, but it means I think that there must be a 5 on them. Oh, this is a 3, 6. So again, this is 7, 8, 9. And there's no 7 in either of those. So that's a 7. And now we know that's the 9 and that's the 8. Right. I am going to break my brain on this now. I am going to break my brain on this now. So the 9 makes this the 8 and this the 9. I know 7 is in one of those two. I watched that show. I know that I'm not supposed to look up. This is a 6 by Sudoku, so this is a triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5, 8, and 9. There's no 8 or 9 there. So that's the 5. This is an 8, 9 pair, and that 9's looking down, making that the 8 and that the 9. These are 1, 2, 4, and 5. So 1, 2, 4, 5. There's no 4 there. There's no 5 there. So this is 1, 2, 5. I'm not sure where look up from, so I'm just going to keep doing this my terrible way while I'm trying to understand. 4 is in one of those two for the column because I can't put 4 in either of those two. So that's not a 4. In fact, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's a 4. So these are 1, 2, 5, 5. And yeah, I'm not. 5 can't be on this line. So 5 is off this line. I get the feeling it's as much about what's not on the lines as what is. But I'm not seeing how to use it. There's just something I haven't clicked with, I'm sure. So 9 is off this line, and it can't be there. Oh, this 8. 9, 8. So 9 can't be there or there. 9 is in one of those two. So if this is 1, 2, 3, the 3, it goes 3, 1, 2. And if it's 7, 8, 9, it's 7, 9, 8. But I'm not. Oh, this 2. This is the 1. This is the 2. This is the 2. I can take 2 out of all of those. There's a 4 looking up here, which I already had. This triple, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, I was pretty certain there had to be. So this can't be a 1. So there is a 4 or a 5 on this line. If there's a 4, it's 4, 5, 6. If it's 5, it's 5, 6, 7. So this is from 4, either 4, 5, 6 or 5, 6, 7. There's no 5 here. There's no 6 here. Actually, this is just a 6. So this is either 4, 5 or 5, 7. Weird. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 7, 8. That's a 5, so that's a 7, that's an 8. That means this is the 5, and there's no 5 in either of those. That's weird. The 7 means this is the 1, so this is the 2, and this is the 3, and this is the 7. There's no 1 here. 3 is now in one of those two. Can this be 3, 4, 5? I don't know. What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 4, 9. There's no 1 or 4 there. That's the 9. This is strange. 1, 2, 4. There's no 4 there. So I'm not connecting with this puzzle well at all, but I'm having a lot of fun with it. 5, 8, 9. This sees 8 and 9, so that's the 5. So this is an 8, 9 pair. So this 2 takes 2 out of there. So what am I missing from this row with the 8, 9 pair? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these are 1, 5, 6, and they're not 1 because I've got a 1, 2 pair. So this is a 5, 6 pair. This is the 1. I take 1 out of here. The 2, 5 looks down, taking 5 out of those. This is the 5. Often it's the puzzles you don't connect with, I find, that you have the most fun with. Because I'm exploring and I'm learning things. But it does mean that my times are terrible. This 1, of course, makes this the 2, which makes this the 1. The 2 looks back, making this the 5 and this the 2. This row, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is an 8. This 1 looks down, making this the 2, taking 2 out of there. This, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, which means that's not the 9. This is the 9 by pencil mark. So 9 is in one of those two, but I can't put 9 on the line or it'll be 9, 8, 7, and I can't do that. So that's not the 9, this is the 9. This 9 looked up, making this the 8 and this the 9. This is a pair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now this is the 6, this is the 5, but I can't go 5, 6, 7. So this is 5, 4, 3. This is the only place for 3 on the line. This is really fun. 1, 4, terrible for time. These are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1 and 7. And the 7 here means this is the 1 and this is the 7, which 1 looks down, making that the 4 and that the 1, which makes that the 4 and that the 1. This 6, of course, looked up, making this the 5 and this the 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this can't go up. So these are 4 and 3, and I'll use the 3 to make that the 4 and that the 3. These are 1 and 2, and I'll use that 1 to make that the 2 and that the 1. 9 minutes and 1 second. Now, I'm imagining this is 2 minutes and 1 second over the time. No, 7 minutes 56. So it was 1 minute and 5 seconds over the 2 hat time. But I had a lot of fun just exploring that one, taking my time. That was a lot of fun. Sorry, I missed your comment about check the box 2 line again. But yeah, I was just having fun exploring. And hopefully I was explaining well enough so that people could see what I was doing. Okay, so the next puzzle is called Hi. Hi. This is an incredibly unpopular stream. Okay, so normal Sudoku rules of pair. Ratio pairs. Yay, I love it when people call it the right thing. Digits in cells separated by a black dot must have a ratio of 2 to 1. No negative constraint. So basically, the ratio, there's a couple of important properties I'm going to go over because I could cover this on the on a blank grid if I needed to. So if this was a black dot, so not looking at the actual puzzle. So these dots in a 2 to 1 ratio, there's a couple of properties about them. First of all, because one must be double the other, one dot must be low. One side of the dot must be low and the other dot must be even. So what you end up with that, and the reason for that is if you double any digit, the double is going to be digit times 2, and any digit times 2 is even. So 1 would double to 2, 2 would double to 4, 3 would double to 6, 4 would double to 8. So as you can see, the double 2 is the even digit, 2, 4, 6, 8. You can't do 5 to 10 because 10 isn't a Sudoku digit. So the digit you're doubling is low in a Sudoku grid. So 1, 2, 3, or 4 will double to the even digits 2, 4, 6, 8. So if you're ever playing with parity or you're playing with high-low, you know that you can use a ratio dot in order to play with high-low or odd-even. So if you're trying to count high-low or odd-even, a ratio dot you can use in that way. The other thing is one of those sets, 3 and 6, can only ever match with itself because 3 only has one partner, 6 you can't go down to 1.5, and 6 only has one partner, 3, because you can't go up to 12. So if you ever see a run of more than one dot, so if you see a run of 2 or more dots, then they must be from the 1, 2, 4, 8 set. Okay, let's restart this puzzle. Okay, so for example, in here, the only way you can make this is with this has to be 1, 2, 4, 8 in one way or the other because of what I said, and I can't start it here. So this is 1, 2, 4, 8. Now this has to be the other way round, 1, 2, 4, 8. Now this has to be 1, 2, 4, 8 and 8, and then this has to be 1, 2, 2, 4, 8. Now in here, I can't put 2 or 4, and any white dot that can't take 2 or 4, because you've got 1 doubling to 2, 2 doubling to 4, and 4 doubling to 8, and I can't put 2 or 4 here, and I can't put 2 or 4 here, must be 3, 6, and there's a 3 in the box. And similarly here, these can't be 2 or 4 because 2 and 4 see both cells, so this is 3, 6, and I'm not seeing how to resolve that one fully yet. But that is seemed fairly forced. So 3 is in one of those two. 1 is in one of those two. This is where it just seems to turn into a Sudoku puzzle. Hip hip hooray! Um, 2 is in one of those two. 8. This is a 1, 8 pair. This is a 3, 6 pair. So this is a 5, 7 pair. That's just a 4. Hmm. So what's... No, that's not a triple. 1 is in one of those two. 1, 2, I've got to put... So this is 3, 5, 7, and 9, and I'm not putting 3 there. I'm not putting 7 or 9 there. That's 3 or 5. So what is this triple? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's no 3 or 6 there. That's the 5. That's the 3. That's the 6. So this is a triple, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, and 6. There's no 1 in those. So that's the 1. This is the 6. This is the 2. The 1 makes this the 8 and this the 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's no 6 there. Oh, there's no 5 in those, so that's the 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3 and 7 go into those. This triple, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 4, 5, 9. There's no 4 there. There's no 4 there. So that's your 4. I actually quite like puzzles that have a really nice constraint break-in like this that is fairly obvious. I actually have said a few myself recently. Not that that's what I'm trying to advertise here, but and then it leads to an interesting Sudoku. So using the variant constraints to then set up a really nice puzzle. Nice 9 is up here. 1 is up here. So 1 and 9 are both up here. 1 is not there. I mean, 2 is in one of those three. I don't think that's my... 6 is in one of those two. I don't think that's it either. Oh, 3 comes out of those. This is 5, 7, 9. So what are these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 4, 6 go into those. And that's not 3 or 6. That's the 4. Yeah, I am definitely lost on the Sudoku on this one. But what a surprise. um These are 2, 5, 7, and 9, but I'm not. Like, am I having to colour 3 6s here or something? I don't feel that's. Row 8, column 1 in column 2. Right. Wow, that is not. That does not feel like a gas deduction, but it's kind of true. So where is that in this column? Because it's 3 or 6. It can't go in those because it's in the same box. Those aren't 3 6. Those aren't 3 6. So this is a 3 6 pair, giving me a 3 6 pair in the column, and that is a 3. So this is a 6 and this is a 3, which means this is a 6, which means this is a 7 and this is a 6. That does not feel like a gas deduction, but it's also the sort of deduction that when people are strong classic solvers, they don't realize they're making that deduction. They just see it and they just do it, and they do not realize that it's something they're doing. I've seen people just write those digits in, and it's like, why did you make that deduction? Because it has to be. Yeah. Why? Because it just is. Like, yep, yeah, it does. But and then they explain it, and it's like, right, why is that an easy deduction? It's like, well, it's just there. It's like, mm-hmm. 1, 7, and 9 are those digits, and this isn't a 1. Now, um, this is an 8. This is 5, 7, 9. It's not 5. So 1, 2, 3. There's a 4 in one of those. So this is a 4. This is 5, 7, 9. That's an 8. So these are 5, 7, 9. And that's not a 9. So what are these three? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2, 3, 5. There's no 2 there. There's no 3 there. That's not the 6. This is the 6. This is the 7. This is the 3. So this is a pair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, and 9. 7, 9 pair looks up, making that the 2, which makes that the 9, which makes that the 2. There's no 9 there. The 5, 7 looks down, making that the 9, taking 9 out of those. 2 looks down, taking 2 out of there. The 7, 9 makes this 3, 5, and it sees a 3. That's the 5, that's the 3, that's the 5, that's the 2. The 5 looks down, making that the 9, which makes that the 7, which makes that the 5, which looks across, making that the 7, which makes that the 5, that the 7, and I can take the 7 out of there. The 5 makes that the 9, 9, which makes that the 5. The 5 looks across, making that the 7 and that the 5. These are 1 and 9. So use the 9 to make that the 1 and that the 9. These are 3 and 7. This 3 in the corner makes that the 7 and that the 3. This is not the... That's the 1. And I'll use the 7 right down to make that the 9 and that the 7. 8 minutes 58, which again I think is probably going to be about 2 minutes over the time. Wow, even more. 6 minutes 36 was expected for that. Probably because it was a case of you just put these crop key values in and the rest of it is classic Sudoku, which everyone is just amazing at. Um, yeah, you've got to remember a lot of the people who make these puzzles are the people who created things like the Sudoku cult stuff, which are working with very advanced classics, and um, people who are stunning at solving classic Sudoku. And it is very, very difficult. And this isn't a complaint, but it is very, very difficult to turn off a skill that you have. Hey, Sotek. I encounter it every day in my work where, um, I'm looking at like large scale problems and large scale issues, and like, why can't people see that this is the core of the problem? And yeah. Okay. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Each digit in a grey cell must have at least one orthogonal neighbour that is exactly two more or two less than it. The neighbour may be in another grey cell or in a white cell. No, not all possible grey cells are necessarily given. So if a digit in a grey cell, one of its neighbours, at least one of its neighbours, must be exactly two more or two less. Okay, that's very weird. Let's give it a shot. So this is a 1, so at least one of its neighbours must be 3, and I can't put 3 in either of those. So that is a 3, and that one is now done. This is weird. So this must have a neighbour that is either 1 or 5, and I can't put 1 or 5 here. This is either 1 or 5. This must have a neighbour, let's start with the 7. This must have a neighbour that is either 9 or 5, and I can't put a 9 or a 5 here. So this is 5 or 9. Wow, this must have a neighbour that is 7, and I can't put a 7 there. So this is just a 7. This must have a, well, these are, what, 159? I can't put 5 here. So I can't put a neighbour that is 2 away from 5 in that cell. So one of these must be a neighbour that is 2 away from 5, and I can't put a 7 in them. So there must be a 3 in one of those, and it has to... Wait, this is broken already. I've broken this puzzle already. That is not a grey cell. Right. Let's go back to the 5 without putting the 7 there. One of these digits has to be either 3 or 7. That can't be 3 or 7. That can't be 3, but it could be 7. That can't be 3 or 7. So this must be a 7. So this is 1, 5, or 9, and it can't be 9. So this is 1 or 5. And it can't be 5. So this is 1, this is 5, this is 9. These just sorts of cells just break me, which is fine. This is how I learn. Um, Fail fast, fail often. Um, but this cell must have a neighbor that is at least 2 away from it. Now, the 9, it can't be the 9 because this would have to be a 7. If it was the 5, this would have to be 3 or 7. And if it's the 6, this would have to be 4 or 8. Now, it can't be 3, so this is 4 or 8. So it has to be an 8 because it can't be a 4. This cell must have a neighbor that's 2 away from it. If it's the 1, it's the 3. If it's the 8, it's a 6. And if it's the 5, it's a 3 or a 7. Now, it can't be a 3, so this is 6 or 7. Here, if it's a 1, it's a 3. Can't be that. If it's a 2, it's a 4. And if it's a 3, then it's a 2, which it can't be, or a 5, which it can't be. So that's just a 4. Oh, this is a 6. And then by Sudoku, this is a 2, which has a 4 neighbor. Great. These are triples. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's a 2 there. There's a 4 there. There's a 2 there. So that's the 2. This has to have... I've got too much information. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, and 9. There's no 9 there. 1, 6, 8. There's no 1 there. There's no 6 there. There's no 8 there. Now, let's just do the same down here. This needs to have a 4 next to it, and it's not there, so that's the 4. This needs to have a 4 next to it, which I can't put anywhere, or an 8, which I can't put there or there, so that's an 8. This needs to have a 2 next to it, which I could put there, or a 6 next to it, which I could put there. So this is either a 2 or a 6. This needs to have a 6 next to it, which I can't put into any of those. So this is the 6. This is the 2. By Sudoku, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's a 5. Now, All of these have been fulfilled, but now I need to do what these could be. This has to have a neighbour in one of those. So if it's the 1, it's the 3. If it's a 2, it's a 4, so it can't be next to the 2. And if it's a 6, it's either a 4 or an 8, and it can't be a 4 or an 8. So this is a 3. What's this triple now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, and 9. So 9 is not 2 away from any of those. 7 is not 2 away from any of those. So this is the 5 going with the 3, taking the 5 out of those. 9 is not 2 away from any of those. So that's the... Wait, I'm broken again. No, 7 is 2 away from 9, and 9 is 2 away from 7. These are now triples. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, and 9. The 5 and the 7 make that the 9, and that's a 5-7 pair. 1, 6, 8. The 6, 8 looks down, making this the 1, and gives me that. 1, 2, 3, 4. The 3, 4 looks down, making that the 2, and this is a 3, 4, which I can resolve. Yeah, I just had to figure it out, because this is very strange. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is 3 or 4. So this is the 3, this is the 4, this is the 3. So the 1 is actually done. The 2 isn't. The 2 needs a neighbour which is a 4, which can't go into any of those cells. So that's actually a 4. There's no 5 here. This is a triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 7, and 9. Now the 1 needs to... Oh, the 1's got its 3. Yeah. This one is going to be interesting, I think, but I'm not there yet. I mean, maybe I am, but I'm not. This 6 looks up making this 1, this 8, this 6. This 7 looks up making this 5. Now this 4 needs to go next to either a 2 or a 6. I can't put a 6 in either of those, but I could put a 6 there. I can't put a 2 in any of them. So this is the 6. So this is the 8 and this is the 6. This digit now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which gives me my 9 completion. So thanks for that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Scanning vertically is harder. 1 and 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 3, and 8. There's no 2 there. There's no 3 there. Great. 9 is done. 4 is done. 2 is done. 1 is done. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5, 7, and 9. There's no 9, so I've got a 5, 7 pair. That becomes the 9, which takes the 9 out of there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 go into those. So this is 7 or 8. 5, 6, 8. This is a pair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1 and 3. So this is 3, this is 1. 3 makes this 8, 2, and 3. So this is a triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. There's no 6 there. So the 5, 7 pair makes this the 6, taking 6 out of there. It's going to be this cell, but this is a quadruple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9. But there's still so many options for these cells. 9 could go next to 7. 8 would need to go next to 6, so it can't be 8. So where's 8 in this box? 8 is right there, which means this is the 7, which means this is the 5, this is the 8, which means this is the 2, which means this is not the 2. This is fascinating. This is 5, this is 7. The 5 makes this the 7, which makes this the 9, which makes this the 5, which means this is the 7 and this is the 9. That was really cool. Now, it was 8 minutes 35, which again, 7 minutes. It was 1 minute and 35 over the 2 hat time. I get no hats. Well, I get limited hats today. Yeah, I missed that. Sorry, Sotek. Yeah, parody. But it was only one digit that was forced to have the same parity. It was very cool though. I liked the way row 1 and row 9 was like playing around with row 2 and row 8. And then the disambiguation in the middle and everything. I think that was very, very fun. Mm, that was good. And again, I'm trying to explain what I'm finding, which I don't know how much of a time handicap that is. It's definitely a concept that's been bugging me with the gas videos. How much is recording and explaining slowing me down? Emitter Sudoku. Oh my lord, the rules on this are insane. Okay, normal Sudoku rules apply. There are some circled digits in the grid which are called emitters. High emitters. 4 lines of cells originate at each emitter, 1 in each direction. The digits along each of these lines must have a sum no greater than the value of the emitter itself. Also, each line must be as long as possible. Also, if the cell was extended by 1 cell, the sum would be greater than the emitter value. If no line is given in a direction, the adjacent cell would be higher than the digit in a circle. What? But doesn't that just mean this could be anything? Because I can't extend it by 1 cell. If a line were extended by 1 cell, the sum would be greater than the emitter value. Now, if you can't extend the cell, so this could be a 1, because 1 plus a non-defined digit is anything. So it's not clear with that. If no line is given in a direction, the adjacent cell would be higher than the digit in the circle. Because, okay, I think I understand, and we will see. The problem is, I want to have my explanation videos available, Chris. I'm not looking at the puzzle, I'm looking at chat. I want to have my explanation videos available for people who may want the help. Which me and if I mean, I could probably go back and do a puzzle from 18 months ago and try and speed solve, but maybe it's possibly worth trying. But honestly, I really don't enjoy solving that way, so maybe I won't bother. Anyway, let's give this one a shot. So we know this is higher than 7, so this is 8 or 9. Now these have to be lower than 6, which means 2 digits that sum to lower than 6. So they're from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but these can't be 1, 2, 3, or 4. So this is a 5, which means this has to be a 1. No greater than the value itself. So there's no 1 on this. So it must have a 2, because otherwise if it was 3, 4, it'd be higher than 6, which means there's no 2 on this, which means there must be a 1 on this. Because if there's no 1 or 2, then I've blown the total. And there's no 1 or 3, so this could be 1. This is 1, 4, because I can't use 2, 3, or 5. This is 1, 4. Now, this can't be 1, 2, or 5, so it's 3 or 4. Now, this must be... It can't be 2, 4. It can't be 2, 1. Doesn't that have to be 2, 3? And therefore this is the 4. So this is the 3, this is the 2. This is feeling correct. These are not one, two, three, four, five, six, 5 and 8. Well, I can't put 8 on a 7 emitter. So this is 5. So this has to be. Well, I've got to keep the total at 7 or less. So it's 1 or 2 and it's not 1. This is 2. Which puts 2 in one of those. I'm not sure how that's helping me yet. This is an 8. These are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 6, and 9. There's no 2 there. There's no 9 there. I'm not fully grokking this, and I fully understand that. Five, 7, 8, and 9. So 8 is in one of those two. Yeah, I was looking at that. It could be 1, 6. It could be 1, 3. It could be 3, 4. If it doesn't have a 1 on it, it's... Oh, it can't be 3, 4. If it doesn't have a 1 on it, it has to be 3, 4, and it can't be 3, 4. So there is a 1 on it, and the 1 is there. Now, this can't have a 1 or a 2 on it. So it is 3, 4, and we know the order. That's stunningly well done. Now, this can't be higher than 6. So it's 3, can't be 3, so this is 6. And these are now 7 and 8. And I can't put 8 on an 8 line. So this is 7, this is 8. So these are both 1. This is very, very well set. This is a pair, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I can't put 8 on a 2-cell emitter line, which means this isn't the 8, this is the 8. Thanks for pointing that out. That was beautiful. I kind of dismissed that as not being valid, but that was very, very cool. Now this, if it doesn't have a 2 on it, the minimum digits are 4 and 5, which is too high. So there must be a 2 on it, and the 2 must be here. Now this could be 2, can't be 2, 4, it could be 2, 5, could be 2, 6. But this has some freedom. Because it can't be 2, 3, but it could be 4, 5, can't be 6, could be 7. Now, this triple, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, it's not 9 because I can't put 9 on an emitter line. So 9 is in one of those two. There's no 4 here. This is actually the 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is a 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9 go into those. So these are 5, 6, and 9. There's no 9 here, so this is the 9. And these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, and 7. This is nuts. I do like it. I just don't understand it. Oh, this one. This one has been doing damage for a while. So there's no 1 on this line. But 9s give me so much freedom because I could go as high as 4, 5. Now I can't. No, I can't go 4, 5 on this. So there must be a 2 or a 3 on this. And there must be a 2 or a 3 on this. And there can't be a 3 here. So there must be a 2 on this line. Because each of these lines must take a 2 or a 3. Because if I put a 4 on without a 2, if I put a 4 on without a 2 or a 3, then it must be 4, 5, and I don't have a 5 available. So each of these lines must have a 2 or a 3. I can't use 2 and 3 on each line or I run out for the other one, and I can't put 3 here. So there's a 3 on this line and it's not there, so this is the 3. There's a 2 on this line and I can't put it there, so this is the 2. Excellent. I may be doing this badly, but I'm solving it my way and having fun. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, I'm not putting 8 on these with a 2 or a 3, so this is the 8. These become 4 and 6. 6 with 3 is fine. 6 with 2 is fine. But the 4 here makes this the 6 and this the 4. That takes 4 out of here. Whereas 7 in this row now, this is the 7. This is a 5 or a 6. And the 6 makes this the 5 and this the 6 and this the 5. As I said, I don't know if I'm solving this the best way, but I'm having fun solving it this way. So this row, that's the 4. This is the 8. This is the 9. This is a triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 5, and 7. There's no 7 there. Eight is right there. This is now a triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 is not here because in this row 6 has to be here. There's no 5 there. This triple. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's no 4 in either of those, so that's the 4. The 2, 3 looks over, making that the 7 and that the 3. So these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This 1 makes this the 6 and this the 1. The 6 looks down, making that the 2. So that's not the 2. That's a 6, 9. So this is 2, 5, 7. So it's 5 or 7. This is 5 or 7. This isn't the 2. This 5 made this 9 and this 5. The 9 looks back making this 6 and this 9. So these pairs, 1, 2, 3. The 1 makes this the 3 and this the 1. The 3 looks up making this the 2 and this the 3, which makes this the 5, this the 6, this the 2, which looks across making this the 5, this the 7, this the 5, which makes this the 2, this the 7. And now these, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 9 minutes and 1 second. Now, again, I'm expecting to be way outside the 2. No, I am 1 sec. I missed it by 1 second. I'm putting that down to explanation. Wow. That was a lot of fun. Bill, this is my favorite puzzle so far this stream. That was really, really fun. And while I really want coffee, I'm going to hydrate first. This has been my favorite puzzle so far this stream. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, 1 second I'll take. Normal Sudoku rules apply, and that's it. Woohoo. Yay! Okay, I am going to restart the puzzle to restart my timer. So 4, 4, 4 is in one of those two. That 4 puts a 4 there, which puts 4 in one of those two. 8, 8 puts 8 here because I can't put 8 there, which puts 8 in one of those two. 6 is in one of those two, and that 6 says not there, so I put a 6 there, which puts 6 in one of those two. This is a triple. 1, 4, 9. There's no 4 there. There's no 4 there. That's the 4. This is a 1, 9 pair. Puts 4 in one of those two. 3 is in one of those two. 7 is in one of those two. There's always like an interesting little trick with classic Sudoku with like pointing digits and naked singles and stuff that I am terrible at spotting. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 5 or 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. So this is 6 or 9. So This is 1 or 4, I think, because 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But I'm just terrible at spotting this sort of stuff. And classic Sudoku is built around sort of seeing those overlapping constructs, and they just break my brain. So is it this quadruple? 2, 3, 7, 8. Nothing jumping out at me. I am fully aware that coffee is not hydrating. This is a 7. Have I got another trick like that? 3 is not in any of those, so 3 is in one of those two. 6, 9, 8, 6. That's a 9. So these are 1, 3, 4. There's no 4 there. There's no 4 there. Whoop. No, 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 no. Don't hit extra buttons. Oh, the 9 looks like making that the 6. So this is the 1. Which means this is a 1, 4 pair. This is now a 2, 3 pair. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 7, 9, and I know the order 9 and 7 because of that 7. That's kind of fun. This 2, of course, makes this 3 and this 2. The 3 looks down making this 1 and this 3. The 1 looks up making this 9 and this 1. They're the sorts of tricks you need to find faster. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, not 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5, and 8. So these are a pair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is a pair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3, 8, 9. No. Nope, 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 nope. This pair, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 6 is up here. This is a 6, 9 pair. So this is a pair. 1, 2, this is a 3, 8 pair. So this is a triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 7. Which I'm not seeing how to resolve. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, I don't understand this puzzle. Right. I remember them saying, like early on, that they didn't like X-wings in gas puzzles because they weren't very gas logic. Okay, so yeah, where is 6 in column 1? You cannot put 6 here because of the 6, 9 pair. You can't put 6 here because of the 5, 6 pair. 6 is in here, but there are 2 6s looking in, so they're not here. This is the 6. This is not the 6. Can I do something similar here with 4s? Yes, 1, 4, 4, 5. This is the 4. This is not the 4. Now, what does that do? So I need to put... So these become quadruples. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9. Well, there's no 9 there. These are 1, 2, 3, and 5. One in row 6. Ah, right. Yeah. One sees, where is one in this row? One can't be here, one can't be here, one can't be here. That's actually really quite clean. So this is the one, which means this is the 3. And that 9 looks up seeing there. So this is a 5, 7, 8 triple, which means this is the 9, which means this is the 7. That really is quite clean. I just missed it. This is the 2, which means this is the 7, this is the 2. That means this isn't the 2 or the 7. This is the 1, and the 1 comes out of those. The 7 comes out of there. That's a 5, 8 pair. So over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is the 8. This is a triple. 1, 2, 3, 5. There's no 2 there. The 8 comes out. That makes this the 3 and this the 8. The 3 and the 8 look up, making that the 9. And I take 9 out of those. The 8 looks up, making this the 3 and this the 8. The 3 looks down, making this the 5, and I take 5 out of those. The 3 looks up, making that the 2 and that the 3. The 2 looks down, making that the 5 and that the 2. The 9 looks down, making that the 6 and that the 9. The 6 looks up, making that the 5 and that the 6. The 2 looks down, making that the 7 and that the 2. Very clean. 5, 8, 7. The 8 looks up, making that 5 and 8. The 1 looks up, making that 4 and 1, which looks down, making that 5 and 4. That is incredibly clean, but it is the sort of trick that I'm glad they teach in a classic puzzle, and it was taught by pointing invisible digits, kind of, rather than and a very, very clean pointing pairs X-Wing for a gas puzzle. No, that one is definitely a good scope. It's just I wasn't looking for it, which is, that's on me. That was a very clean classic. Yeah, that was very clean. So 8 minutes and 9 seconds, looking for a little bit, something a little bit more tricky. They wanted 5 minutes 30. And again, this is why I think the time, if you were, again, I keep saying this, and I'm sure it really pisses them off, but if you are a new solver who comes to it, you are going to get a 20-minute time on this, because they, I don't feel, I think the genuinely approachable is very, very dead as a concept. Maggie, my mother, who solves 3-star puzzles, takes 20 minutes to do these. Now, she takes like 3 and 4-star puzzles. She'll take 2 hours to do them, but she takes 20 to 30 minutes to solve a gas puzzle. Now, she's a slow, methodical thinker. She hates speed solving more than I do, a lot more than I do. But yeah, there are puzzles that she will do in 5 minutes, but it's not these ones. No, she takes only slightly longer to solve some of James Sinclair's artisanal Sudoku than she does to solve these. Yeah. Some of, not all of. Some of those are really nicely tricky. Cross sums. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Whenever an X appears at the corner of 4 cells, each of the 2 diagonal pairs of cells surrounding it must have the same sum. Nifty. I love the things that are found by Clover, or created by Clover. The reason I'm saying found is Clover has said in the past that she has been going through a lot of like classic things like World Puzzle Federation stuff and old competitions looking for constraints. But I fully also believe that Clover has come up with a lot of this stuff. Like I say found, whether she found it by making it herself or found it by. I'm not picking on Clover's creativity here. This is so much fun. Okay, so yes, restart puzzle, restart my timer. Let's give this a shot. So this cannot be another 1-3. So this sums to 4, so this must sum to 4, but it can't be another 1-3 because I can't put 1 in either of those cells. So this has to be a pair of 2s. This can't be another 1-6 because I can't put 1 or 6 in either of them. And it can't be 2-5, but it has to sum to 7, so it has to be 3-4. I think that's right. This has to sum to 15, but I can't use 9 or 6, and they're odd digits, so I can't use the same digit. This has to be 7 and 8. This has to sum to 15. So this sums to 15, so this has to sum to 15. I can't use 6 or 9. This has to be 7, 8, and now I've got an X-wing on 7, 8. Woohoo. This has to sum to 8. I can't use 2, 6. I can't use 1, 7, because I can't put, oh no, I could put 7 here. Pay attention. This sums to 7, and I can't use 1 or 2 in either of them. This is 3, 4. So this is 4, this is 3. Which puts 3 in one of those, which means 3 is in one of those by Sudoku. There is an invisible 8 in box 9. I refuse to believe it. Don't believe it. Can't prove anything. Nobody saw it. So this sums to 7, which again, I cannot use the same digit because it's odd. I can't use 2, 5 for various reasons. I can't use 3, 4 for a singular reason. So this has to be 1, 6, and I know the order. 6 and 1, which means this now has to be 6 by Sudoku. This is a very strange puzzle. This is good fun. I don't know if it's hot fun, but it's good fun. So 2 is right here. So yes, I could have got this 8 thing a lot earlier. This sums to 10, so this is 4. And these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 8, and 9. There is no 8 there, there's no 9 there. So these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 4, and 7. There's no 7 there. The 3, 4 pair makes that 7. This is the 3, this is the 4, this is the 3. This is a pair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is 8, 9, and there's a 9 in the column. 8 and 9. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5 and 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9. And I know the order of that because there's already a 9 in the column. So these sum to 8. So these have to sum to 8. I could use 1, 7. 1, 7. Could I use 3, 5? Only if I go... This can't be a 1 because that would have to be a 10. So this can't be 1, 7. So this has to be 3, 5. If this was a 1, this would have to be an 11. So this can't be 1, 7 because I can't put 1 in either of those cells. So it's not 1, 7. It's not 2, 6. So to get to 8, I have to use 3, 5. This is the 5. This is the 3 by Sudoku. Now these have to sum to 11, so that becomes an 8. Which means this is the 5, this is the 9, this is the 8. These are now 1, 4, and 7. There's no 1 there, there's no 7 there, there's no 4 or 7 there. That's the 1, that's the 4, that's the 7. That was cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm just scanning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 5, 9. There's no 9 there, there's no 1 there. Now, I have no idea if that was the way I was supposed to solve it, but I had fun finding it. Once again, if I'm having fun, don't give a damn about the rest. Now, this is an interesting quadruple to me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, there's no 8 in either of those. There's no 8 there. So I'll stick the 8 in there. 2, 4, 6. There's no 6 there. There's no 6 there. This is a 6. These are 2 and 4. Now, This has the same sum as this, but this is 2 less than this. So if this was 9, 4, this would have to be 2 higher than that, and it's not. So this is the 4 and this is the 2. Cool. This is a triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's no 3 or 4 there. That's the 5, and the 5 comes out of there. This 4 makes this the 3, and this the 4. Now, this triple. I actually want to do the triples first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's no 5 there. There's no 5 there. Take the 5. Plead the 5th. The 2 makes this the 1, and this the 2. Let's just complete this row at the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is a 2. This is a pair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And 3 looks down, making that the 7 and that the 3. I did just notice this 3 is resolving this as a 3. So these sum to 11. So that better be a 5, giving me this pair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And that's a 4, so that's the 1 and that's the 4. These are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 5, 7. There is a 1 there, there's a 5 there, there's a 7 there. So this 1, 5 means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is a 2. This is a triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4, 7, and 8. There's no 7 in any of those, so that's the 7. There's also a 4, so 8 and 4. Now this 1, 5, 9 better be resolved. There's a 5 and a 9. So this is the 1, this is the 5, this is the 9, meaning this is the 7, this is the 5, this is the 1. This 5 looks up, meaning this is the 8, this is the 5. 6 minutes 33. Through negativity, I still feel I'm going to miss the time. Yep, I did. By 33 seconds. BremSter dumb today. BremSter dumb today. Oh well. I'm still taking the explanation penalty. All I can recommend to people is, I mean, I'm going to keep saying what the times were because it's kind of part of the shtick. But honestly, people who frequently get 2 hat times, I'm sorry, because I really feel that you're spending not enough time engaging with and appreciating the really cool puzzles. I don't get it. It's like, here's some really nice things. It's like, do you really go to an art gallery and like run through it? It's like, oh, there's a painting, there's a painting, there's a painting, there's a painting. Or do you actually sit and stand there and appreciate what you're looking at? Do you watch all of your movies at 3.5 speed in order to say, oh, I got the plot? Is that the point? Or are you there to appreciate the soundtrack and really well written dialogue? And faster is not always better. And I think if you're trying to appreciate beautiful logic, why is faster better? I don't understand. I just don't. The only reason faster is better is for competition. And who are you competing against? Honestly, who are you competing against? I don't get it. I do not get speed competitions for stuff like this. It's like, I just don't. I really don't. Okay, clues outside the grid give the middle of the first 3 digits seen from that direction. I like this variant on. I've always liked this one. This is fun. So it's called Stuck in the Middle with You by Bill Murphy. The puzzle for people trying to keep up is from March 29th, 2023. And I am going to have some coffee. Every time I say something like that, my view count plummets. People hate it when I say things like that, but it really does. I think it's really true. So, okay, restarting the puzzle to restart my timer. So I first saw this one. So the 8 is the middle digit out of these, but there is already a 6. So there must be an 8 and something higher. So this is an 8-9 pair. There must be a 2 There's already an 8. There must be a 2 and something lower. So this is a 1-2 pair, and there's a 1 looking at it. So this is the 2, this is the 1. Now there must be a 4 in here and something lower. So there is a 3 and a 4 in here. I know the 4 isn't here. Now there must be a 7 in here and something. I've already got something higher. So there must be something lower than a 7 in here. But there must be a 7 in here is all I know. So there's no 7 here. So there's a 7 in one of those two because the 7 is in there because it is the middle digit in there. So there must be a 7 in there. And I know it's not in that cell because 7 is definitely in here. 6 is the middle digit in here. So there's a 6 with an 8 or a 9, and it can't be a 9 because I must have a digit higher than 6. And I can't use 7 and I can't use 9. So this is actually a 6-8 pair, and the 8 tells me that's the 6 and that's the 8. So now I know that the digit higher than a 7 in here is a 9. So there's a 7 and a 9 in here, which means that's a 9. These are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 7. So this is the 1, and this is a 3-7 pair, which means I know what these are. These are 2 and 4, which makes sense. So this is the 4 and this is the 2. Cool. So 6 in here with something higher, because I need something higher than the 6 and I can't use 8 or 9. So 6 and 7 are in here. There's no 6 here. Okay. Again, there must be some. This is 2 plus something lower. So 1 and 2 is in here. 7 with something higher, and I can't use. Right, so this is 7 and 9 must be in here. So this is the 9, this is the 7, because I couldn't put 7 or 9 in either of those. And that's because the digit higher than 7 couldn't be 8. That's cool. 6 and I've already got the digit higher. So 6 and something lower. All I know is there's a 6 in one of those two. The 6 isn't there because the 6 must be in one of those three. So that's the 6. This is lower than 6. So it can't be 1, so it could be 2 or 4, basically, except 4 is in one of those. So that's a 2, meaning that's the 1 and that's the 2. Now 4 and something lower, which could still be 1 or 3, I think. So this is 3, and this is there is a 3 in one of those two, and I've got the lower digit. Something higher than 3 isn't much of an issue. 8 and something higher. This is an 8-9 pair, and I know the order. I should have looked at that earlier. This is 6 and something higher. So 6 and 7 are in here, which means that's not 7. So we've got 6 and 7 in here, which means, oh, this isn't the 7. This is the 7. This is a triple. 1, 3, 5. There's no 1 there. So there's a 3 and something lower. So 1 and 3 are both in those. There's no 1 there. There's no 3 there or there. This is the 3. And there's a 1 in one of those. Puts 3 in one of those two. We know what this pair is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 4 and 8. And I know the order. This is the 4, this is the 8, which means this is the 9 and this is the 8. This is a triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 and 9. There's no 9 there. Okay, I'm not connecting with this as much as I would like. There's no 7 there because 7 must be in here with something higher. So there must be a 7 and a 9 in here. So this is the 5, this is the 7. So this is the 9. The 7 looks down, making that the 3 and that the 7, which means there's no 3 here. There's no 5 here. So this is the 1, 3. So there must be a 4 and something higher than 4 here, because this is the digit lower than 4. So 4 is in one of those two and something higher than 4, which is not 5, 6, 7, or 8. So this is actually a 4-9 pair. That's really weird. Six and 7 are in here. I've already got that. I'm not connecting with this very well, am I? This is 4, so this is actually a triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, and 5. There's no 2 in either of those. That's the 2. This triple, 1, 2, 3, 5, 7. So these are 3, 5, 7. There's no 3 here. This triple. 1, 2, hang on. 3 must go over here, but 3 is in one of these two. So this is just a 3. And these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 8. So I know 5 and I know 8. These are 1, 6, and 7. And this is not 6. So I can get rid of the corner marks. So are these 1, 3, and 7? So this is 3 or 7, and this is 1, 3, or 7. But 2 is the digit that's less than 3. So there's no 1 here. This is the 1, and the 6 comes out of here. That's actually quite clever, but that's the 3, that's the 7, and 6 with something lower than 6, which is 1, 4, or 5. Well, it's 4 or 5, because it's not 1, 2, or 3. So this is 4, 5, 6, and must contain a 6. This is a very strange puzzle. I'm not connecting with this as well as I would like, but I'm having a ball exploring this logic. My view count is plummeting again. What a shame. This triple is 1, 2, 3, because I've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's no 3 in them though. So this is 1, 2. So this is the 3, this is the 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 go into those. So these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 4, 5, and 8. I really like this. This is the sort of puzzle I wish I had as a coffee break puzzle, just as a standard video on my channel, so I could just explore it in depth. So there's only... So 8 must be in one of those two, yeah, by Sudoku. So there's a 3, 5 pair, so that's not the 3. 7 in column... Oh, okay, yep, this is looking down, making that the 6 and that the 7. So this isn't the 6, but there must be a 6 in one of them. So this is the 6, and this is the lower digit. These are 1, 4, 5. So 2 is in one of those two. And we knew that 1 was the lower digit. So there's no 1 here. This is the 1. And these are 1, 4, 5. This is fascinating. Yeah, I suppose that's a 5, which means that's a 3 and that's a 5, which means that's a 7, that's a 3, and this is not a 3. Now, the 3 is the digit lower than 4. So these are not 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 9 go into those. There's no 5 here. The 7 makes this 6 and this 7. So this is the 9. This is not 6 or 9. This is 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6 go into those. And I know the order, 6 and 4. So this is not the 4. This is 1, 2, or 5. So this is 2 or 5. I know I'm doing badly at this, but I'm having a blast with it. 1, 2, 3, and 9. And I know the order. This is the 9. This is the 3. The 9 makes this the 4 and this the 9, which makes this the 5 and this the 4. The 5 makes this the 1 and this the 4, which makes this the 2 and this the 1, which makes this the 5 and this the 2. The 5 makes this the 8 and this the 5, which makes this the 8, and therefore this is the 6. 10 minutes 39. Now, sure, well, wow, only 1 minute and 9 seconds outside the 2 hat time. But I was really enjoying just taking my time and exploring that one. I definitely have a new favorite. I've gone from Bill Murphy favorite to Bill Murphy favorite. I may have bored all of the viewers, but that was stunningly good fun. That was really, really cool. I have the advantage when I'm recording just one video at a time that when I hit a puzzle like this, I can go away and I can think about it. And sometimes I will even, like, when I'm off camera, I will roll back and I will re-look at the bits that I really enjoyed. Unfortunately, on a stream, I kind of can't do that one. The art of good living, because I never get attacked when I mention Mark or Simon. Like, I never get hate emails or death threats when, oh, puzzle not found. So obviously, let's try that again. Okay, it does still exist. Yeah. Okay, normal sticker along thermometers, digits along thermometers must strictly increase from the bulb to the tip. So as you proceed along these thermometer shapes, digits must go up. This digit must be higher than this. This digit must be higher than this. That's the rules of thermometers. Let's restart the puzzle to restart my timer. Let's give this a shot. Now, it's called the art of good living, and what good living means is excessive pencil marking. So let's do it. So the way that I tend to do it is this has a maximum of 9, this has a maximum of 8, this has a maximum of 6 because there's already a 7 in the row, this has a maximum of 5, this has a maximum of 4, this has a maximum of 3. So 1, 2, 3, this has to be higher than the minimum here, so 2, 3, 4. This can't be 3 or 4, so this is 5, this is 6, this is 7 or 8. What is going on? This is 7 or 8, and this is 8 or 9. Think that was the way that was supposed to work. 9, 8, can't be 7, so maximum 6, maximum 5, maximum 4, maximum 3. So this could be 1, 2, or 3. This could be 2, 3, or 4. This could be 3, 4, or 5. This could be 4, 5, or 6. This could be 5, 6, or 8. Can't be 5, so 6 or 8. And this could be, oh, this had a maximum actually of 8. So this is 6, and this is 7 or 8, which means this can't be 6, this can't be 5, this can't be 4, and this can't be 3. Cool, Ratfings. Now, where does I look next? Always the challenge. Because I normally would look for digits that are restricted in rows, columns, and boxes on thermo puzzles. I kind of prefer solving thermos that way, but the title told me to try this. So maybe here, maximum 9, maximum 8, maximum 7, can't be 6 or 5, so maximum 4, maximum 3, maximum 2. So 1 or 2, 2 or 3, 3 or 4, and here's where things get nuts. 4, 5, 6 or 7. Can't be 5 or 6, so 7 or 8, 8 or 9. So this is the one that had lots of options. These ones got restricted again. Don't know, maximum 9, maximum 8, maximum 7, maximum 6. Can't be 5, so maximum 4, maximum 3. So 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4. Could be 3, but can't be 4, 5. So 3 or 6, but still could be 4, can't be 5, 6. So 4 or 7, 5, can't be 5. So it can't be 5, but 6, 7, or 8. Can't be 7, 8. So this is just 9. So 9 actually is in one of those two, which means 9 is in one of those two, but no problem, Lekia. I mean, you're not late. Thank you for turning up at all. It's like, cool. There is no late. Cannot run out of time. There is infinite time. You are finite. Zathras is finite. This is wrong tool. 1 is in one of those two, so this is just a 1. This is a 7, 8 pair. Is that going to do anything for me? It's going to confuse me for a very long time. That's what it's going to do. Tardy is a good word. 9 is not in any of those, and it's not in any of those. So 9 is in one of those two. So 9 is not in any of those or any of those. So 9 is in one of those two. So 9 is up in one of those two. I feel this isn't helping me. Six, seven, eight, triple in box 3. I mean, there's a 1, 2, 3 triple here. I am not visualizing it. Oh, right. That's cool. 6, 7, 8 can't go in those cells. Can't go in those cells. So this is a 6, 7, 8 triple. So that's a 7. That's an 8. That's a 6. That's really cool. So now this is an 8, 9 pair by Sudoku. That's really cool. Don't know what it's done to help me much, but it's very cool. I like it. Now, can I do similar down here maybe? All I know is my gut tells me maybe. Maybe once I've pencil marked this, I'll be able to visualize it. Probably not. 6, 7, 8, 9. I can't put 6 here. I don't know. Let's just do it. Maximum 9, maximum 8, maximum 7, maximum 4, maximum 3, maximum 2. So 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 6, 7, 7 or 8, 8 or 9. So 1, 3, 4, 5 can't go in those. Can't. Well, 5 isn't in any of those. Why did I not put 5? Oh, right. 5 is not in any of those. That's a 5. So 5 is in one of those two. This is a 3, 4 pair. There's no 4 there. There's no 3 there. It's okay, Swivy. You can lurk as much as you like. 2, 3 pair makes that the 4. This sort of scanning is one of the reasons I've stopped setting with thermos. I'm not saying other people should, but I don't enjoy this sort of scanning anymore. And because I don't enjoy it, I'm not setting with it. So 5 in this box has to be up here, which means 5 in this box is in one of those. So that's a 5. Some hidden naked single. Right. Okay. So that's an 8, which means that's a 7. This is now probably way more forced because this has a maximum of 9, but this now has a maximum of 6 because it can't be 8 or 7. So this has a maximum of 5, maximum of 4, maximum of 3, maximum of 2. So 1, 2, 2, 3. Oh, this is actually a maximum of 3, 2, 1, which means this is 2, 3, 4, not 4. But the 1 here means this isn't 1. So this is 1. This is 3, 4. There's no 2 or 3 here. This is 4. So this has to be higher than 4, so it's 6. I keep losing the direction of thermos as well. Um, like when you get long thermos like this, I keep having to hunt for the bulb, which I find not fun. I used to love thermos. They used to be my favorite constraint of all. Um, and I've just grown out of love with them. And as I said, I'm not telling other people what they should love or not love. Like I'm not going to yuck on someone else's yum, but it's very easy for me to just say, yeah, why did I have 9 pencil marked in those two? I don't think I used that pencil mark, but why couldn't 9 be there? I think because I'm an idiot. 7 looks down making this 6. Yeah, I was just finding I wasn't enjoying the puzzles I was creating. So I never released them. And yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is 3, this is 5. There's no 7 here. This is 2. So this is 1. There's not 1. 1, 2, and 5 go into those. So this is 2, this is 5. This is not 9, this is 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3 and 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Yeah, I was just often finding the puzzles I was creating ended up with these weird, like, forcing chains that I just, they didn't work for me. So why release a puzzle that I don't enjoy? If I'm not proud to have my name on a puzzle, I don't want to release it. 2 and 7 go in. The 9 makes this the 8, which makes this the 9, which makes this the 8, which makes this the 7, which makes this the 8. This is the 9. 1, 2, 3 goes in here, so this is the 1. This column, 1, 2, 3. So these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 4, 7, and 9. Well, there's no 9 there, which I kind of knew. There's no 4 or 9 there. That's the 7, 4, 9. So this is 5 and 6. So 5, 6. Hasn't resolved this at all. This is the problem I kept coming up with. This is the 3. Is just I would get these weird thermo chains that didn't do... They just didn't feel rewarding. 1, 4. I'm not saying that's what's happening in this puzzle. I'm really enjoying this one. These are 8 and 9. But I couldn't make it work in a way I was happy with. 1, 2, 7. There's no 1 there or there. That's the 1. So this that's the 2, that's the 7, that's the 7, that's the 2. This was a really nice thermo, but I'm way out of practice with them because I just stopped setting with them. That was very nice. I liked that one, but I'm glad I took my time with it. I reckon the time's going to be like 6.5. No, it was 8. So I missed it by 3.5 minutes. Yeah, that's fair. I don't know what it is about thermo puzzles. I'm really glad we don't see as many of them anymore. I understand why they were incredibly popular. It was an easy to understand constraint, but they just seem to lend themselves to these really weird forcing chains, much more than almost any other puzzle type. And I went back to some of the early thermo puzzles, both that I created and that I really liked and marked that I enjoyed early on when I used to note every solve that I did and make notes about them. And like a lot of them I solved. It was like, yeah, if I put a digit here, then that will roll down the thermo like 6 places and therefore force this digit, which if I roll up will cause a contradiction. And it's like those really long chains just don't feel fun anymore. But that used to be the thing that made them like thermo puzzles. It's like, yeah, weird. If people enjoy them, great. Yeah, it's very hard to tell. I love a good thermo puzzle where a thermo, like as Simon often uses them, where they restrict the digits like the ones and the nines, and then you could use the extremes to apply pressure rather than just having to pencil mark everything and look for hidden pairs and triples. I find those a lot more rewarding, but they are much harder to create. And I don't think people take the time. I know I can't make them. Like I think I've made like one or two like that and it's been blind luck. Absolute blind luck. Like I released a thermo puzzle recently because I wanted to force myself to do it and it was just a very quick blind luck puzzle and it was still forcing chains, but it was still an okay puzzle. Definitely not my best. I released it for free over on Patreon and it was like, yeah, it's okay. It's a bit of fun. It's definitely gas level. Um, okay. Rossini. Normal Sudoku rules apply. An arrow next to a row or column shows the direction that the 3 nearest digits in that row column. I've done a few Rossini puzzles. I've enjoyed them. Some of them can be really tricky. In that row or column, increase or decrease. For instance, the arrow to the left of row 1, this one, shows that row 1, column 1 is less than row 1, column 2 is less than row 1, column 3 because they increase in this direction. All possible arrows are given. If no arrow is given, all 3 digits must neither all increase nor all decrease. Have I made myself clear? You have made yourself clear, and I'm going to forget that rule. I am going to forget that rule. I am going to get that wrong. Have I made myself clear? I am going to forget that rule. Let's give this a shot. So, these must increase. So this has a maximum of 5. This has a maximum of 4. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and it can't be 3. This is 2, 3, 4, 5. I have no idea. This is maximum 4, maximum 3. So 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4. So 7, 8, 9. So 4, it's got to be 5, 6, and 2, 3. Now this is increasing towards the 5. So maximum 4, maximum 3. So this is 2, 3, 3, 4. 6, 7, 8, 8, 9. Stop. Have I already screwed up? Yes. So it's this. And then it can't be in the correct order, so it has to be that. Right. And then it has to be that. Right, 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 right. There's no 4 here, so there's no 3 here, because this has to... And this is this. Thank you. Had I made myself clear I was going to get this wrong. Now, there's no 8 in either of these, so this is 7 and 9. These are 1 and 2, so I know this is 2 and this is 1. I think I've got it. I think I'm right now. This is now 3. Well, these are these are like thermos, but they're mini thermos. Rossini is different because you're not working with really long chains. Now this has to increase to the 4. So this is 2, 3, 1, 2. So I've now got a 1-2 pair and a 2-3 pair in the column. Now, did I mention I was going to get this wrong? Now, I know that this digit is higher than this digit. Otherwise, this is true. Well, this is 1 and 2 to make that work. And this has to go up. So this is 4 and 5. These are now 7 and 8, but it can't be true in any direction. So this is 8 and 7. There's no 5 here, so there's no 4 here. There's no 2 here. In fact, this is 2. And this is 3 by Sudoku. If I remember correctly, Rossini is actually older than Thermo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are 7 and 9, and I know the order by Sudoku. 1 is in one of those two, but if this is a 1, this is an 8. Because this can't be true. 4 is in one of those two. Can I actually... This is actually a 4-5 pair, but this can't increase. So this is the 4, this is the 5. These are 1 and 8, and any order for this is going to be correct. But these are 1, 6, and 8, and there is a 6 in them. And it's not there. This is the 6. So this has to increase. So it goes 6, 8, 9. This is the 1. This is the 8. These are 1, 2, 3, 1 and 4. And I can't... This is fundamentally breaking my brain. 1, 2, 3. You're putting 3 there, which means that's 2 and that's 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, and 9. There's no 5 there. This is 5. This can't go 5, 7, 8, so this is the 9, this is the 7. Hello, brain dead, my old friend. This is not 2, this is not 2. Hello, 2, this is 6, this is 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. There's no 4 there, there's no 5 or 8 there. This is 4. So these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1 and 7. So this is 7, this is 1. 5, 6, and 8. There's no 5 there. This is 8. Any order I do here is going to be fundamentally broken, so I'm okay. 5, 6, and 9. This is the 9. This is a 5, 6 pair. And again, this is fundamentally broken. Except this is the 5, this is the 6, this is the 8, this is the 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 8 go in. So 8 and 6 looks broken. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9. So 7 and 9 looks broken. I'm down to a single box, so hopefully I can do this by Sudoku. 2, 3, 4, 8. 6 minutes and 19 seconds. With a, thank you, correction by chat. 6 minutes 30. So I made it by 11 seconds, which I would not have done if chat hadn't gone, no! Vader was not my father. Really fun. I like Rossini. There was a Rossini puzzle I did a couple of years ago on the channel, and it wasn't a gas puzzle that I can't even remember what it was. For some reason, I've got virtual running through my, was it a virtual puzzle or did I solve it with virtual or something that was just really cool? And that ends March of 2023. 2023 was a weird year. 2022 was the best year of my life. March 2023 was a really rough month. And now we're coming up to April the 1st, where there are 4 puzzles for the day. And I don't know what that means. Thanks, Tom. Are you getting a public holiday today? Because I know you are local. That is a lot of rules. You know what? I'm really tempted to just ignore this puzzle because it's obviously a. I'm assuming it's just going to end up being a standard Sudoku, but I don't think I can actually. Oh, I don't know. Its normal Sudoku rules apply. Make a 4x4 shade of blue of your choice. Ignore those Renban lines. It's not really doing anything other than to make a fish. Make a 4x4 another. Make make row 4 a shade of blue. Make row 4 column 4 another shade of blue. Not that one. What's wrong with you? Wonder if you forgot there was an anti-night condition on 8 in this puzzle. Then ignore the obvious swordfish in 9 in row. You wouldn't need to solve the puzzle anyway. Bill wouldn't post it for gas if the average solver needed it. Write a fancy word across the positive diagonal without repeating a number. Digits inside a cage must sum to the given total and must not repeat. Digits along a between line must be equal to the digits at either end. Then it's something in, I think, French. Digits thermometer, bonus hat solvers, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I can't even, and now I'm having trouble and my eyes are hurting. I think it's just a normal Sudoku rules apply, but I can't actually pass the rules and there may be something hidden in it. So I'm just skipping the puzzle. And this is going to be another one which is similar. Work out the rules for yourself. Garbage. Okay, this one kind of makes sense. Digits separated by a white dot must be consecutive. If two digits separated by a black dot, one must be double the other. Digits with no dot between them may satisfy either, neither, or both of these conditions. If I get the concepts of jokes, but honestly, I yeah. Um yeah. Um I've seen people lose their job and livelihood and house over an April Fool's prank. No, just don't do it. I'm just going to treat this as a normal Kropke puzzle and see if I can solve it. And if there's a joke in the puzzle, then I just I actually I'm really tempted to just skip all of these puzzles. Um because I'm just not engaging with this as all as a concept. So 1 and 4 must both be in here by Sudoku. This is either 1, 2, if there's a 4 on it. So this is from 1, 2, 4, 8. I do know that. Can't put 1 here because both of those would have to be 2. So 1 is in one of those. There's no 4 here. So 4 is on here, so I can't put 1 on it. So this is 1. So this is 4 must be on this. 1 is right here. So this is 2. So this is 3. So this is 6. And this is 5 or 7. I mean, doing a puzzle like that is kind of okay because you're just people are like having an expectation thing. The one I was talking about was someone played an April Fool's Day prank on someone in an office where they did a basically a food prank, and it caused one of the people who was in the office to go into basically anaphylaxis because they weren't expecting the food to be spicy. They basically made what looked like a fruit cake, or it was like a cream cake with a glaze on it, and it turned out that the glaze that looked like it was raspberry was actually chili, and it caused the person to go into anaphylaxis, and an ambulance had to be called, and the person who played the prank ended up losing their job, and that person ended up losing their house because they lost their job. April Fools can fuck right off. And it was on them. Like, I hold them actually responsible for it. But the social pressure for this stuff is just stupid. This is odd. The only odd digits you can put onto a black dot are 1 and 3. So if this is a 1, this is a 2. If this is a 3, this is a 6. Yeah, just don't prank. I mean, doing a puzzle with a twist at the end, like that sounds okay. Like that sounds okay. Like that's not hurting anyone. It's like, oh, I see. There's a nice little thing on this puzzle that is just going to be a normal grid. Oh, it's not actually a normal grid. That's okay. Um, Jokes are okay. 3, 6, because there's a 1 in the column. Sorry, I've just completely disassociated. This is not an 8. Um, so there's no. This can't have a 2 on it because it'd need a 1 or a 4, and it can't be 4, 8. So this is 3, 6. Sorry, I just completely disconnect. And when, like, yeah, the rules thing there just broke me. So this is 5 or 7. Box 6 black dots. So there's no 4 on this. So this again, it can't have a 2 on it. So it can't be 4, 8. This is 3, 6. So how is this going to go? 3. This can't be the 6 because if this is the 6, this is 5 or 7, and I can't put 5 or 7 on a black dot. So this is the 3, this is the 6. 3 goes to 2 or 4, so this is the 2. And 2 goes to 1 or 4, so this is the 1. 6 goes to 5 or 7. That puts 1 right here. So there's no 1, 2 in these. So there's a 4 on one of them, and the other one is 3, 6. There's no 4 there or there. So 4 is in one of those two cells. Yeah, the problem is when something is a prank that goes wrong, people just seem to get away with it. Because there was the whole thing of, well, they didn't know what they were doing was going to hurt someone. It's amazing what sort of stupid things. It's like when people do silly things around fireworks and people get hurt. Those people they may get prosecuted for criminal negligence, but they don't get prosecuted for um, attempted manslaughter or anything like that. So I'm just dragging myself down, and I don't want to stay down. I just want to solve a puzzle. So 6 is in one of those two. 4 is in one of those two. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I just don't like April Fools. So this, if this is 3, this is 2. If this is 6, this is 5 or 7. It's got to be these. One of these is 3, 6. And it's not that one because I can't put 3 or 6 here. Because I can't make both of the, I can't make these 1, 2, 4, 8. So I can't put 3, 6 here. So this is the 3, 6. This is 4. This is 2 or 8. And this is 6 and 3. This is now 5 or 7. And 2 is not, so this is 8. This is 7. There you go. That is really nice. I like that. That was cool. So these are 2, 5, 9. There's no 2 there. That was really cool. I like that. This is now the 4. So the triple in row 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9. And I'm not treating this as a timer puzzle. I'm assuming that either I've missed something or part of the joke is this is just a hard puzzle. And they released 4 hard puzzles on the same day. Like, that seems like a prank. It's like, hi, you budget 10 minutes in your day to solve a gas puzzle. Here's 4 puzzles that each take 25 minutes to solve. Ha! 3 in box 1 is in one of those 2. Ah, it's not there. Right. Yep, that's good. Thank you. So 8 in box 6 is placed. Right, yep, it is. That's really cool as well. So that's not 8. So what are these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. These are 5, 7, and 9, which are always great digits to play with when you're doing crop key. Now I've placed all the 1s, but I've also got a general idea of the black dots. 4 in box 8. Ah, that's going to be very powerful because that means that's the 4, which means that's the 2. Right, I've done all the 4s now, though. Pranks piss me off. So this is 5 or 9, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 2, 5, 9. And that can't be 2. So that's 5 or 9. So I've just mentally disengaged. I can do 2 in row 1. I can do 2 in row 1. So 2 can't be here because it'd be surrounded by 1, 3, and I can't put 1 in the box. 2 could be there. Right, 2 can't be in any of those. So this is the 2. Great. Yep, that's solid. So 2 is in one of those 2. So what can this be? They're from 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I can't put 9 there. I'm actually curious what the time on this is supposed to be. Yeah, 27 minutes. So the 2 hat time on this is 27 minutes. So this is, we don't value your time today. So 3 is in one of those two by Sudoku. 2 in box 9 is, yep, 2 in box 9 is placeable, which means 2 is in one of those two by Sudoku. 2, 3, 6, I still think works. So what is this? Because I need to put, well, there's an 8 on this because I need to put an even digit on it, and 2, 4, and 6 is gone. So there's an 8 on this. So this is from 7, 8, 9. So this, six, seven, eight. Well, this can't be 9, is what I know. 9, 8, 7. So this is odd. So this is 5, 7, or 9. There's an even digit on this, and it's 6 or 8. Oh, it's 8. There's an 8 on this. So this is 7, 8, 9. Because those 6s see both of those, and it sees 2 and 4. 6 in box 2. 6 in box 2 looks right. Well, 6 is in... Right. So this is not the 6. This is the 6. So this is a 7, 8, 9 triple. So this is 7 or 9. So this is the 8. This is the sort of logic I love in puzzles. But woof. This is a 5. This is a 7. 7 comes out of those. That's a 5, 9 pair. So that's the 2. 3, 6 in box 7 can be resolved. Three, 6. Okay, let me just do some Sudoku I've got here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, and 8. So this is 8 and 3, which now I can see how to resolve it, which means this is the 2. 6 in row 9 in box 8. 6. You're saying 6 is in row 9 in box 8? Yeah, okay. I could have got it by that 6 means 6 couldn't be here. These were full, so 6 is here, and that would have resolved it. Got it a slightly different way. 7 is in one of those two, so that's not a 7. Or I could have used the 7 looking down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's an 8 in one of those two. 1, that's the 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's just the 2. So these are... Well, there's no 7 there. That's the 5, that's the 9, that's the 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the 8. So this is not the 8, this is the 8. This is 5, 7, or 9. It's not 7. So the 5, 9 makes that the 7, taking the 7 out of there. This is 5 or 9. There's no 8 here, but there is an 8 on the dot. So this is 5, 7, or 9. I can place the 9 on the white dot in column 4. I'm not seeing that yet, but I could be completely and utterly oblivious. This is the 7. Ah, thank you. I'm fully acknowledging that I'm probably missing stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's no 3 there. There's no 3 there. That's a 3. This is a 6 or a 7. But these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These are 8 and 9. 9 is not consecutive with any of them. So this is 8, this is 7, this is 9, this is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's no 7 there. There's no 6 there. My recommendation for people as we're coming up for this 1st of April this year, don't do the gas puzzles. Just don't. Skip them completely. 1, 2, I'm probably going to in my video solves. There's no 5 here. There's no 5 here. That's a 7, 9 pair. So that's the 5, that's the 9. That's the 5, that's the 9. That's the 9, that's the 5. So this triple, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. There's no 5 there. There's no 8 there. That's the 5, that's the 6, that's the 8. That's the 5, that's the 7, that's the 6. So that's the 9 and that's the 7. 17 minutes, 19 seconds, which was 9 minutes and 41 seconds underneath the 2 hat time. With help from chat. Do I even want to look at the next puzzle? I mean, it says normal Sudoku rules. The 2 hat time is moderately reasonable. I might give it a try. I have chat to help me. Okay. 1 is here. 7 is here. Which means 7 is in one of those 2. I mean, it's a Philip Newman prank classic. For all I know, this is requiring an exocet. Nine seems to be in one of those 2. 7 is in one of those 2. So this sees 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. I could be looking for triples all over the place. I don't know. Three is in one of those 2. That's a 4. Nine is in one of those 2. 5 is in one of those 2. Seven in column 1. It's not in those. It's not. Right. That's a 7. Nice. So that's not the 7. That's the 7. So that's the 7, which means that's not the 7, and I've got all the 7s. Nice spot. That's a naked single. I kind of expected those. So 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's a 2. Cool. So 2 is in one of those 2. Beautiful spot. So this is a triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 8, and 9. There is no 9 there. So 9 is in one of those 2, but I'm not seeing how to resolve that. This is a 5. So this is actually an 8, 9 pair. So this is a triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's no 5 there. Cool spot. This 1, 3, 4, 6. That's a 4, and these are 1, 3, and 6 without that being a 1. That 4 makes that a 4, which means that's a 4, which means that's a 4, which means that's a 4, that's an 8. This is a 3-6 pair. Not bad. So this column is 2, 3, 6, 8. So where's 8 in this column? That's an 8, and this is 2 or 3. 2, 3, 9? Well, there's no 9 there, so this is the 9. This is the 2. This is the 3. This is the 6. This is the 3, taking 3 out of those. This is a good puzzle. This is the 2, and 2 comes out of these. This is a triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 6, and 8. There's no 8 there giving me a 1, 6 pair. There's no 8 there. This is the 8. This is a good puzzle. I'm still struggling with it, but I'm struggling with it in a really fun way. 1, 3, 9? Well, there's no 3 or 9 there. That's the 1. 1 comes out of those. That's a 3, 9. But the 1 makes that the 6, that the 1, that the 6, and that the 1. This is now a pair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But that means this is a pair. 1, 2, 3. And I know the order. 2 and 3. This is a pair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 8. And I know the order. 6 and 8. 1, 2, 3, 5. There's no 3 in either of those. That's the 3. Not sure on the 2, 5. But what are these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 5, 9. One, 2, 5. There's no 2 there. These are 2, 5, 9. There's no 2 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This 8 makes this 9 and this 8. Which puts 8 right here. So this is 5, 6, and 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9. Which isn't... it's this 3. Making this 9 and this 3. Which means this isn't the 3 and this is the 3. The 9 looks down, taking 9 out of there. This is 1, 2, 5. So this is the 9. 9 is now in one of those two. But this is a pair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, which means this isn't the 5. So 1, 6, and 9 go into these, I think. So this is 1 or 6. And it's 6. So this is 5, this is 6. This is 2, 1, 5. This is 9. This is 1. The 9 makes this 5, taking 5 out of all of those. 2, 6 makes this 9. Have I broken this? 6, 5, 2, 5, 6, 2, 2, 5. That was beautiful. The first puzzle I gave up partway through reading the rules. No idea what the puzzle was like. Don't care. The second one, it was the same sort of thing. It's like after the first one, I gave up as soon as the rules were like, this just feels like the rules are trying to troll me. The second one, the third one was like, okay, what's the prank here? Oh, the prank is you're not valuing my time. This one, great puzzle. But I think when it comes to April Fools this year, I'm just going to skip it with my daily video because I need to record my video basically during a break at work, or I'm not going to have to record it, or I'm going to have to skip my video for that day or give up something. I'm probably skipping April 1st this year in my gas solves. That puzzle, however, was great. Okay, April 2nd. Also, April Fool's Day, when that stuff is released, it isn't April 1st for me. It's always April 2nd. So all of the pranks land late. And if we actually do something for April Fool's Day in Australia, the rest of the world complains that it's not April Fool's Day. And it's like, yeah. Anti-curse. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Okay. We know Sudoku rules. I just did some. There's a 1 in one of those two. There's a 1 in one of those two. That's a 1. So there's a 1 in one of those two. So using an X-wing, that's the 1. This is a triple. I don't mind triples. This is 7, 8, 9, but I don't know much about 7s, 8s, and 9s in this puzzle. There's a 4 in one of those two. There's a 4 in one of those two. This is a 1, 2 pair. That's actually not terrible, but that's the 2. So that's the 1 and that's the 2, which means that's not the 1, that's the 1. We now know that's a 2. People like screwing around with people everywhere in the world. This is a 3, 4 pair. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, and 8 go into those, but there's no 8 there. This is the 8. 1, well, this is the 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6 and 9 go in. So this is the 9 and this is the 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, and 9 go in. There's no 9 in those, so that's the 9, and this is the 7, and this is the 5. And this is just, well, it's Sudoku, so of course I'm just using pointing digits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 7. Not sure, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 8, and I can use that 6 again. 8 and 6. I think I'm good for that. 5 is not in any of those, so this is the 5. What's this triple? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, and 9. There's no 6 there. 7 is in one of those two. What is this triple? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4, 7, and 8. Well, there's no 4 in those, so that's the 4. The 7, 8 means that's the 9, and that's the 6. Ta-da! Nope, I was actually doing that to mark those as 6s. There's no 9 here. There's no 6 there. That's the 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 go into those, and I can resolve it because there's already a 7 right there. This is a triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No. Yes. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4, 5, 9. There's no 9 there. There's no 4 or 5 there. That's the 9. I take the 9 out of there. Cool. There's no 9 there now. That's a 7, 8 pair. So I know what these are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I got a 3, 4 pair. It's all mine and no one else can have it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's no 7 there. Okay, maybe someone else can have it. There's no 9 or 8 there. That's the 7, that's the 8, that's the 9. That means that's the 7 and that's the 8. This is now a pair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 7. And this is a triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, and 9. There is no 6 there. There's no 8, 9. That's the 6. Okay. The 7 looks down, making that the 5 and that the 7. Make them that color so they're invisible. 3, 4. The 7 looks down, making that the 5 and that the 7. The 5 looks up, making that the 4, which makes that the 5, which makes that the 7, which makes that the 5. This better not be the 4. In fact, 1, 2, 3. This is a pair. Actually, I can take something out of here. I can take 8 out. So this is 6. This is 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5, and 8. And there's a 5 already in row 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 3, and 9. Do not know, but it does make that the 4, which makes that the 3, which makes that the 4, which makes that the 3, which makes that the 4. The 3 looks up, making that the 9, which makes that the 3. The 9 looks down, making that the 8, which makes that the 9. Now this better be resolvable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 8, and there's already an 8 in column 1. Ta-da! 4 minutes 27 seconds, which means 93 seconds underneath the 2 hat time. Oh yeah, April Fools was way before the internet. I'm not going to make Speedy Gonzalez jokes because I don't know how badly they've dated and how much that's going to be considered a racist thing or anything. And I don't want to be outed as a racist on the internet. I mean, again, let's not erase our history. I love the old Looney Tunes cartoons, and I know many of them have dated poorly. Let's celebrate or not celebrate, but let's remember our history. Let's teach our history. Let's remember our history, but let's not like celebrate the bad things. No, I don't think it's racist. I really don't. I could be wrong. Um, I could be wrong. I could very much be wrong. I think I loved Speedy Gonzalez. I thought Speedy Gonzalez was awesome, but I also I'm not of Mexican/Spanish descent, so I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Arrows. The first puzzle we did was an arrow puzzle, and this is one where the saying that the digits on an arrow may repeat if allowed by other rules is relevant, and that's why they say it here. I don't think I don't know. I Rat Things, I'm not picking on you. I'm not. It's I really enjoyed the Speedy Gonzalez comics cartoons. They were one of my favorites when I was growing up. Um, I just don't know what the social connotations of it are, and we should pay attention to that stuff. Like it's Australia Day here. Celebrating Australia Day is incredibly uncomfortable the more I've learned about Australian history. And the biggest problem we had here is we didn't teach the truth in schools when I was growing up. That's terrible. Okay, arrows. Okay. Now, now. So, 6 and 2 is already 8. I need to add a digit. So this better be 1 and 9 or I'm in trouble. This is already 5. So this has to be 6, 7, 8. Can't be 9. So this is 1, 2, or 3 and it's not 3. So this is 5. This is 6 or 7. It's not 8. Now, this is 6, 7, or 8 because it has to be at least 3 digits. There must be a 1 on this, and it's not here. So there's a 1 in one of those two. This is 6, 7, or 8 because it's adding 3 digits. Ooh, this is interesting. This is 6, 7, 8 as well because it can't be 9. And this can't be 1, 2, 3. This can't be the 6. Interesting. Can this be 1, 2, 3? I'm not sure, you know. I, hmm. I know there's a 3 in one of those two by Sudoku. This might not be the place to look, though. This is already 5. So this is 6, 7, 8, 9. Seven in 3 cells does not have a 3. You are correct. So that's the 8. That's the 7. This is 5. This is the 2. So this is the 6. This is the 1. And this is 3 and 2. Beautifully, beautifully done. These are 1. Well, there has to be an 8 here. So this is 1 and 4. This is not the 1. These are 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And the 4 tells me the order. 5 and 4. That's swish. Absolutely swished them. So 4 is up here. 1 and 2 are both up here. This can't be a 9, so there is a 1 on this arrow. So this is 6, 7, or 8. Eight, 9 in box 5. I can't put an 8 or a 9 there because that would blow this. I can't put an 8 or a 9 there. This is 8 or 9, so this is 4. That's very cool. So this is a 3. Huh. Huh. Also a very nice deduction. This is at least 6, so this is 2 or 3, so this is 8 or 9. And this is 3 digits that see each other. So this is 6, 7, 8, or 9. And it's not 6 because it's got a 4 on it. This stuff is really weird and I like it. Do I know what I'm doing with it yet? No, not at all. So these have a maximum sum of 5. So these are from 1, 2, 3, 4. Because if I put a 5 on it, the other digit has to be 0. So there's no 4 or 2 here. There's no 1 or 2 here. So if this is a 3, this has a minimum sum of 7. That doesn't work. This is a 1. So these are 5. So 5 plus 3 is 8. So this is 8 or 9. So this is 9 and this is 4. This is a triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's no 2 here. 8 in box 3. Ooh, that's clever. So there's no 8 in those. This is an 8, so this is the 2. This is clever. Da 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 da. Clever, 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 clever. There must be a 2 on this arrow as well. Could I put the 1, 2 there? No, because this can't be 3 or 4. There is a 1 or a 2 there. Can this be 2, 3? Can this be 3, 2? Maybe. Still not fully grasping this. So this is 1, 2, or 4, and it's not 4. So this is 1 or 2. So this is a 1, 2 pair, and there's no 1, 2 here. That's a little weird. This is the 2. So this is the 1, this is the 2. This is the 3. And that's just Sudoku. That's a really nice Sudoku trick. These now sum to 6. So this is the 7, this is the 9. So this is 1 and 4. And I know the order, 4 and 1. These now sum to 5, which means they're 2 and 3. Because I can't use a 1 in either of those squares. So 3 and 2 go in. These are 1, 2, 3, and 5. And I know the order, 5 and 3. This is so much fun. This is really... I know I say this a lot about gas puzzles, but that's because it's often true. So, minimum here is 2. Maximum here is 2. Because if this is a 4, this sums to 10. So that's just a 2, which means this is an 8, which is good, because if it was any higher, I would have a trouble. I would have a trouble. This is 6 and 7. Such good setting. 4, 7, and 9. There's no 7 or 9 there. That's the 4. That's the 9. So that's the 7. That's the 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is the 4. This is the 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 8 go into those. So this 5 makes this the 8 and this the 5. The 8 makes this the 9 and this the 8. This column, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9 go in, and I know the order because there's already a 9 in row 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, And there's already a 3 in column 7, 6 and 3. There's no 6 here anymore. There's a 2 there. That's the 7. That's the 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for the column. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 9 for the box. So this is the 5 and this is the 9. Row 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 for the row for the box. And there's no 5 there, so this is the 5. The 6 already in column 3 makes that the 7, that the 6, that the 7. For the box, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7 minutes 41. I reckon I'm 41 seconds outside the time. No, I'm 19 seconds under. Now I did get chat help. Cool. This is the sort of thing that, like, I love these puzzles so much. Now, it seems like I criticize a lot, but what I'm always trying to do is I'm trying to focus on community. And I think I keep coming back to the same themes. Value your community, which they absolutely do because they set amazingly good puzzles. But just understand that timers are anxiety triggers for so many people. I don't? Oh, okay. I feel I do. Oops, that is not going to work. This is going to work. Ooh, more arrows. Digits along an arrow must sum to the value in the attached circles. Clues in white dots show the difference between the two adjoining digits. For instance, if a dot contains a 3, then the digits to either side of it could be 1, 4, 5, 8, etc. Okay. I think I see some pressure here. Okay. I'm going to restart the puzzle to restart my timer. Now, this is a 2. These must have a difference of 4. If they were 1 and 5, 1, 5 would be 6. 6 plus 2 is 8. So this is... And if they were... The next option would be 3 plus 4 difference from 3 would be 3 and 7, and I've blown the total. So these must be 1 and 5. 2, 1, 5... So 1, 5 is 6 plus 2 is 8. 8. Now, 4 difference... If I do 2 and 6, or 1, 2, 6 is 9, so that becomes a 9, and I know the order. This is the 6, this is the 2. The 5 and the 1 is also resolved. Now, this now has a maximum of 8, so there must be a 1 on this arrow. This is 6, 7, 8, 9, and it's not 8 or 9, it's 6 or 7. So it's either 1, 2, 3, none of which have a 3 difference. So this is a 7 with 1, 2, 4, and the 1 and the 4 are the only thing that is different by enough. This is 6 or 7 because it sees both 8 and 9. And again, the only thing that is 3 difference is 1, 4. So this is the 7 and this is the 2. So this is a 7. This is an 8. This is a 7. This is a 9. Really cool break-in. Not sure where I'm going now. Cannot put an 8 on a 7 arrow. Cannot put a 9 on a 7 arrow. Seven by Sudoku is in one of those. 7 by Sudoku is in one of those. If 7 is there, that's a 2. Which looks okay. This is, minimum here is 3, 4. So there is 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 8 go into those. And that, I think, is going to be an important trick. I can't use 1 or 2 here, so this is 3, 5, because otherwise I hit 4, 4. So these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 9, and I can't put a 9 there. So that's the 6, that's the 9. That's what I'm looking at. So I can't use 1 or 2 here, so this is 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 9 go into those. And on this 9, I can't use 1, 2. I can't use 4, so this is 3, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5, and 8, and I can't put 8 there, so that's 5, that's 8, and that's not 8. This 7 1 6, it can't be 2 5, so this is 1 6. This now could be 1 7. It can't be 2 6, it can't be 3 5, so this is 1 7, and I know the order. This 7 can't be 1 6, it can't be 3 4, so this is 2 5. If this was a 5, this couldn't be 1 4 because of that, and it couldn't be 2 3. So this is the 8, this is the 5. This can't be 1 7. It can't be 2 6. So this is 3 5, which means that's the 4 and that's the 3. This is the 8. And these are 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 9, which means this is the 1 and this is the 6. These are 1 2 3 4 2 and 9. Now 9 here, can't use 1 8, could use 2 7, can't use 3 6, can't use 4 5. So it is 7 and 2. And these are 1 2 3 1 and 4, and I know the order, 4 and 1. These are 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 1 and 8. The 6, of course, makes this 3 and 6. I'm going to read your message about one day a gas puzzle is going to require something in a minute. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and 8 go into those, and I know the order. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. There's no 5 there. So this, if this is 6, this is 1 5 or 2 4. So it'd be, and it can't be either. So this is the 9, this is the 9, this is the 6. Can't be 1 8, can't be 2 7. Could be 3 6, can't be 4 5. This is 3 6. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 5 and 8, and I know the order, 5 and 8. 3 6, of course, makes this 4 and 3. This is now known. This is a 2. So 1 2 3 4. The 2 makes this 9 and 2. These are 1 2 3 4. No, wait, before I do that, this is the 3 5. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and 9, which I know the order of. 1 2 3 4 5 3 4 and 6. There's no 6 there. Okay. 9 looks up making this 6 and this 9. 5 looks up making this 3 and this 5. And now I've got, well, this is a triple. No, it's not. The 6 looks down making this 3 and this 6. And now this is a triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, and 7. That's the 3, which means this is the 4, and I can take 4 out of those. 3 and 4 come out of those. That becomes the 5. So this is a pair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1 and 8, which I can resolve. 1 and 8, which means this is the 4, this is the 1, this is the 4, this is the 1. This is now a pair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I can resolve it. 4, 5, which means 3, 4, which means 6, 3. The 7 means 2 and 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 9. 6 minutes 41. 41 seconds over the 2 hat time. So the expectation on this one was 6 minutes. One day a guess puzzle is going to need you to understand Fistamafel ring. They have said, the same way as they said that they don't expect X-wings and Y-wings and stuff like that to be needed for a gas puzzle, they've said that they never really want you to use set. Though it wouldn't surprise me if April the 1st that changes. 6 minutes. Now, 6 minutes is for an experienced solver to do it. So I'm kind of comfortable with the concept of 6 minutes as a 2 hat time. What was the 1 hat time? I just don't like times. I mean, I keep saying 11 minutes. So if you're an experienced solver, can you do it in 6 minutes? Probably. If you are a solver who's been doing the puzzles for a while, could you do it in 11 minutes? Yeah. And can you just enjoy the puzzle to do in like 40 minutes? Yeah. I mean, the times are there for people to try and enjoy. I just kind of wish they weren't. But people enjoy them. Great. Good luck to you. I will admit, if they ever released a puzzle under genuinely approachable Sudoku that required even Fistamafel, the most commonly known set, in order to solve it, and there was no way to solve it without, I'd probably stop doing them forever. Okay. Brand New Bass Guitar by Bill Murphy. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Digits on a thermometer must strictly increase as they move away from the bulb. So it's thermo rules, which we've seen before. Okay. So this has to be lower than 3, so it's 1 or 2. This has to be lower than 4, so it's 1, 2, or 3. This has to be lower than 2. So this is 1, this is 2, this is 3. This is the sort of thermo that's cool. This is lower than 3, so it's 1 or 2. Lower than 7. Well, more importantly, this is higher than 8. This is higher than 7, so it's 8 or 9, but it can't be 9 because I've already placed it. This is higher than 6, but it can't be 8 or 9, so it's 7. This is higher than 7, so it's 8 or 9. Now, where is I looking now? 3 is in one of those. That's a 7 by Sudoku. 2 is up here by Sudoku, but it's not higher than 4 on a thermo. That's the sort of stuff I don't mind, where you can just say, I've got 2s to place up here, but I can't put it here. So I'm not having to pencil mark the thermos and use those as eradicators. I'm literally just saying, I can't put this digit in that cell. 6 is not in either of those, so 6 is in one of those two, which means 6 is in one of those two. That's just a 6 by Sudoku, which means 6 is in one of those. 6, 8, 9 seems to be possible, so oh, that's just a 3. What's this triple? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, that's 1, 2, 3. So that's not a 3, that's a 3, which means that's not a 3, that's a 3, which means that's a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is an 8, 9 pair. So these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. So 1 is not in any of those. That's not that restrictive. Or that's just a 4. Which means 4 is down here. 4, 2, 1 still seems to be possible. 7. So these, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, these are 7, 8, 9. That's not the 7, so that's the 7. This is the 8. This is the 9. This is the 8. Very cool. So what is this quadruple? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, this can't be 1 or 2, and this can't be 1 or 2. So that's a 4, 5 pair, which means I can take 4, 5 out of those. That's a cool way of using the thermos. Like it. Like it a lot. This is the 5, this is the 4. Very nice. Very, very nice. There's no 4 here. This is a triple now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 6, 9. There's no 6 there. There's no 2 there. That's the 9, and this is a 2, 6. So now we're down to pairs and triples. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 8, which I can resolve. 5 and 8. And these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 7, and 9. There's no 1 there by thermo. There's no 7 there. Yeah, this is a very nice, elegant way of using thermos. Like this one. This one is good. Very, very good. This is a 2 by Sudoku, so this is a 1 by Sudoku. So this quadruple, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. Can't put 8 or 9 lower than 6 or 7. So the 5, 6 come out of there, 5, 6 come out of there, but the 6 can't be in those. So that's the 5, that's the 6. Beautifully done. The 8 makes that the 9 and that the 8. See, this is really cool. This is how you use Sudoku, use thermos elegantly. No 5 there. These are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 4, 8. There's no 8 there, so the 1, 4 pair makes this the 8. This row is 1, 2, and 4. There's no 2 there, so that's the 2. This is just beautiful. Beautiful. The 1 there takes the 1 out of there. Now, where am I looking now? This triple, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 4, and 7. There is no 7 there. There's no 7 there. That's the 7. That's the 2. That's the 4. The 2 makes that the 6 and that the 2. So these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 5, and 9. And I can resolve them because there's already a 9 in column 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 8, which I can resolve because of the 8 in column 5. The 4 looks down, making this the 1 and this the 4. So 5, 1, and 4. And now I'm dealing with simple columns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep. And I can resolve that because there's a 5 in row 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 1, 3, 9. This is the 3. Or not the 3, more importantly. I can't put 9 lower than 7. Really elegant use of thermos. Love it to death. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 8. No 4 or 8. That's the 3. That's the 8. That's the 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 5, 9. Now 1 is not lower than, and 9 can't go partway along a thermo. Stunningly beautiful. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2 is not lower, and yeah, just really, really elegant. 3 makes that the 1, which makes that the 9, and that the 3. The 9 makes that the 1, which takes the 1 out of there. 7 makes that the 9, which makes that the 7. The 9 makes that the 1, which makes that the 9. Absolutely stunning. I should be hitting like this puzzle more often. 7 minutes 30, I did it in 6:41. That is... So when I was saying that I have not been using thermos and I've not been enjoying thermos, it's because puzzles like this, where the thermos are just providing the correct amount of digit constraint, you don't see them often enough. They are hard to set, so props to Bill Murphy for setting something stunningly good. The thermos were just there to turn around and say, this can't be, rather than you need to figure out these really long chains. Now, the chain one earlier that was the theme of the puzzle, and that's fine. But you get a lot of thermo puzzles where it's like, if this, then that runs down, which then runs up the next one, which causes a contradiction. And those chains can be really hard to spot and really hard to solve. This one, elegance. Pure thermo elegance. This is why thermos can be great. Absolutely booful. And we're up to April 6. Bent quadruples. So it's arrows and quadruples. Digits along arrows must sum to the circle. Total quadruples. Digits in corner circles must appear in the surrounding 4 cells. Great. So the way quadruples work is, as it said, these cells, 3, 4, 7, and 9 must appear in those cells. 1, 2, 3, and 6 must appear in those 4 cells. 3, 5, 7, and 8 must appear in those 4 cells. If you had duplicate digits, then the digits must appear there. And if there were less than 4 digits given, then you would know that, say this was only 4, 5, and 8, then you would know 4, 5, and 8 would need to appear in those cells. You wouldn't know what the 4th digit was. It could be a duplicate, it could be anything. But in these ones, 4 are given each time. So in here, 1, 2, 4, 7. 7 is the largest digit, meaning these have to be 1, 2, and 4. In here, 3, 4, 7, 9. We know these are 3, 4, 7, and 9. This was 3 or 4. What would we put on here to make it work? That's not going to work. So this can't be 3 or 4. But what can we put in here to sum to one of these? Well, if we put a 7 on here, then the minimum we would get, this can't be 7 or 9, we don't get there. The 3 or the 4 gets here, making this the 7 and this the 9. It's just the only way the math works. Similarly here, the largest digit on a full arrow must go in here, making this the 1, 2, 3. The 3, 4 says the 3's not here, and this is the 3. Now, again, 4, 5, 8, 9 must go into here. If we put an 8 on here with 4, the smallest digit, we've blown the total. Similar with 9, this is 4, 5, meaning this is the 9 and this is the 8. 4, 5 goes on here. So these are 2, 3, 4, 5. Now the 3 comes out of here. We can't put 2 here because the minimum here is actually 2 and 3, meaning this... the minimum here is 2 and 3, but the biggest digit we can put here is the 5. So this has to be 2 and 3, and this becomes the 4. The 2 looks up making this the 1 and this the 2. These are 1, 2, 6, and 9. 1, 2, 6 are the smaller digits having to sum to the larger digit. I can probably keep doing this. Yeah, 1, 2, 5 being the smaller digits have to sum to 8. I can't put the 5 here. And 3, 5, 7, and 8. The minimum I can put on here is 3 and 5. And the 3 and the 5 have to sum to the largest digit. So that's the way that has to work. The 5 makes this the 3, which makes this the 5. Now, I will be missing all sorts of stuff, such as 8 can't go in any of those. So 8 is in one of those two, which means that's the 8. 5 is in one of those two, so 5 is in one of those two. Hey, Selby. So 3 is in one of those two, but I don't think that's the thing that is completely floating my boat. These are 1, 2, and 6 by Sudoku, because 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9 are already there. So 6 is in one of those two, so it's not there. So 6 is in one of those two. These are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4, 7, and 9. No, I'm kind of lost it. 6 in row 3, you say? To death, you say? 6 in row 3. There's no 6 in those or in those. Ooh, that's a 6. So this is not a 6 and this is a 6. That's a very good spot, which means that's a 6. Which means 6 is in one of those two. This is a pair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which means that's the 4 and that's the 5, which means that's not the 4. 4 is in one of those two, which means that's the 3 and that's the 4. That's a very good spot. So 1, 2, there's a 3 in one of those two, and that 3 looks up saying that's not the 3, that's the 3. So these are from 1, 2, and 4. So it's a 1 or a 4, which means the 2 is over here with the 4. So this is a 2, 4. This is a 1. This is a 1. There's no 2 on those. So that's the 2. This is the 1. This is the 5. There's no 1 here. That's a 2, 6. Which means that's the 1 and that's the 2. Push the right button, BremSter. This is the 2. This is a triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, and 9. There is no 4 in those. That's the 4. The 9 looks up making that the 7 and that the 9. This is a good quadruple puzzle. I love a good quadruple puzzle. 5, 8, and 9. There's no 8 there. There's no 9 there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 8. There's no 8 there. There's no 5 there. Invisible 2 in box 7. Have I resolved that already, or am I still being stupid? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3 and 8 go into those. So that's not the 8, that's the 8, that's the 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 7 go into those, and I can resolve them. That's not the 7 anymore. So these are 4, 6, and 9. I don't think that's my thing. This is the 7 and this is the 5. I love a good quadruple puzzle. Ones can be finished. So 1 is in one of those two. This is a 1. That's a 1, which means that's not a 1 and that is a 1. I have completed my ones. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 3, 4, and 9. There is no 3 there. There's no 4 there. There is no restriction there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. So 8 is in one of those two. So this is 7 or 8. It's 8. So this is 4, 7, or 9. So this is 3 and this is 8. So 3 is in one of those two. 7 in box 3, you say? I will agree with you. Does that do anything to assist someone as dumb as me? So 4 or 9. So this is 5 or 6. Because this is 5, 6, 8 for the box, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. And I can't put 8 in either of those. So this is the 8. This is a 5, 6 pair. So this is not the 6. This is the 6. What is... My nose is sore again. This triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 5, 6. There's no 2, 5 there. That's the 6. This is a 2, 5 pair. Five and 6 is resolved because of the 6 already in the row. So this is the 9. There's no 9 there. This is a 5, 8 pair, meaning this is the 2, this is the 5, meaning this is the 6 and this is the 2. This is 3 or 9. No, this is just 3. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So is this 4, 7, 9? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4, 7, 9. So I can take something out of here. I can take 3 out of there, giving me a 4, 9 pair, which means that's the 2 and that's the 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, this is the 3. So that's the 2. That's the 4. That's the 9. That's the 4. That's the 9. This is fun. This is the 9. The 9 makes that the 4. 4 comes out of those. The 7, 9 is resolved by that 9. That's the 7. That's the 9. That's the 4. That's the 7. The 8 in that row means that's the 5 and that's the 8. That's a really fun puzzle. 8:58. Again, have not hit the hat time, I'll bet. Missed it by 58 seconds, the 2 hat time. But that was a lot of fun. Sure, the quadruples were very, very forcing on those arrows, but that's fine. And this was just a Sudoku puzzle once you understood the concepts of the quadruples and the arrows. And they were all just forced. But good fun. Yeah, I like those quads as well. The thing with the gas puzzles, and it is a trend, I've actually seen some comments about it on my videos, is the thing about the gas puzzles is most of them seem to just be, the constraints are just there for in the first 60 to 90 seconds, give you enough digits that you're now just solving a classic Sudoku. Now, I'm not sure I fully agree with that comment, but it is a trend that is there a bit. And that's not a bad thing. I like classic Sudoku. I like classic Sudoku I can solve in 10 minutes. And that's what I get out of these. I get to play with some interesting constraints, but it is why those early ones from Bill Murphy, where it was all about I can't remember what they were called. It was the emitter Sudoku and then the stuck in the middle with you Sudoku. Those ones were just great because those constraints kept delivering. And even like the fortress ones where I was playing with those constraints. So the ones where the constraints keep coming back, those are I love those a lot. But even this one where it was like, okay, I used the constraints early on and then I was solving an interesting classic Sudoku. Great. A lot of the puzzles do lean to that, but there's nothing wrong with that. Um, yeah, good fun stuff. How long have I been streaming? 3.5 hours. I'm going to stop soon. Some sandwiches? Oh, Lord. Clues adjacent to a row or column indicate certain digits which are equal to the sum of their two neighbors in that row or column. For instance, if a 3 appears adjacent to a row, then 3 in that row must be surrounded by 1 or 2 within the same row, not all possible rows. So 5,789 must be surrounded by 2 digits that sum to 5,789. Is that the way I'm supposed to read this? Or is it the 5 must be separated by digits that sum to 5, the 7 must be separated by digits? Because there's no spaces in this. I The point of the guess is simply supposed to be genuinely approachable Sudoku. I think that's their concept. Um, if and I've always looked at it as, can a new solver, someone who has literally gone from I solved Sudoku from the book I pick up in a newsagent. I don't know how the concept. I know newsagents exist in the UK. I don't know about the US. I rarely see the concept of newsagents mentioned, but probably in the US, but all around the world. You walk into a newsagent, you pick up a Sudoku book, and you work through the first half of a Sudoku book, and then you go, they're now gotten too hard for me. If you were then to be handed a random set of 20 puzzles from the genuinely approachable Sudoku, would that person be able to solve it? Because genuinely approachable. If the answer is no, I would say they've failed their mission statement. That would be me. But I'm not the owner of their mission statement. But that would be my measure. Um, so yeah, clues adjacent to a row or column indicate certain digits that are equal to the sum of their two neighbors in that row or column. Okay, let's give it a shot. So these two cells must sum to 5. So they're either 1, 4 or 2, 3. These digits must sum to 7. So if this is a 1, this is a 6. If it's a 2, it's a 5. If it's a 3, it's a 4. If it's a 4, it's a 3. I don't fully understand. No. Yes, because the 5, the 7, and the 8 and the 9 are mentioned. The 9 here must sum to 7. But this can't be a 5, so this can't be a 2. And if this can't be a 2, this can't be a 3. Oh, this is melting my brain already. 6 would make 3, 4 would make 5, so this can't be a 4, which means this can't be a 3, which means this can't be a 2. This is a 1, 4 pair. So this is a 3, 6 pair, which means this is a 2, so this is a 6. So this is a 3, which means this is a 4, and this is a 1. These have to sum to 7. Well, they're not 3, 4, and they're not 2, 5, so these are 1, 6. And then I can ignore the rest of this column. These have to sum to 9. Again, I'm ignoring my timer for a bit. hopefully when I do my videos plank time, you understand I'm taking the time to explain the rules in a way, at least if not with the introduction, then when I'm starting to use the rules in the puzzle, that you can follow what I'm doing. I hope that I'm doing that. These have to sum to 9. I can't use 1 8. I could use 2 7. I can't use 3 6. So these are either 2 7 or 4 5, but they're the only digits I've got left in the box anyway, so that's useless to me. Wherever the 7 goes, however, the digits around the 7 must sum to 7. So I can't put 7 in either of those. So this can't be 2 7, because if I put 7 here, these would have to sum to 7. If I put 7 here, I don't have 2 digits around it. So these are 4 5, and these are 2 7. Oh, I couldn't put 7 here. Wait, this is 4 5. This is not 2 7 because the 7 is there. So this couldn't be 2 7. This is just 4 5. And this is 1 2 3 4 5 2 and 8 is what these are. This is 4 5. I completely got that wrong. Now this could be 7. And in fact, it might need to be. Because the only way to make 7 is... I wasn't talking about my puzzles specifically, plank time. I was talking about the puzzles I do on the channel. But the only way to make 7 would be 1 6, 2 5, or 3 4. And I can't use 2 5 or 3 4 since I got this. So this has to be the 7. And these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. These are 2 and 3. Cool. Now, these have to sum to 5, and they're 2 and 3 because the 1 and the 4 are already gone. The 7, I can't use 2 or 3 to sum to 7 anymore. So I can't use 2, 5, or 3, 4. So these are 1 and 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is 4. But summing to 8, I can't use 3, 5. So this is 2 and 6 and 1 and 3. The 2 makes this the 8 and the 2. This is breaking my brain in a good way. I'm having fun with this. The 4 must be 1 and 3, and the 1 means that this is the 3 and this is the 1. The 7 now can't be 1, 6, or 3, 4, so it's 2, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 goes here. This puzzle is weird. This puzzle is just weird. How do I sum to 7 here? I can't use 2, 5, or 3, 4. So this is 1, 6, and I know the order. So this is a triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3, 5, 9. There's no 3 here. The 8, these must sum to 8. So there's no 9 in them. So this is 5 and 3 and 9. The 5 makes this 4 and 5. Wow. These have to sum to 9. 1 8 works. 2 7. So they're 1 8 or 3 6. And they're not 3 6. This is 1 8. So the 6 now isn't 1 5. So it's 2 4. And I know the order. This is crazy. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. And I know the order. So these are 1 2 3 4 5 6 4 and 9. And I know the order. This is bonkers. 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7. And I know the order. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 5 and 9. I am going to have to stop after this. I'm getting tired and I think more grumpy than I should be. 1 is here. This is a triple. 1 2 3 4 5 and 9. There's no 9 in either of those. So this is the 9. This is the 5, this is the 3. And I do want the option of playing some Diablo with Felinae and possibly finishing Firewatch, or playing more Firewatch anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 go into those, and I know the order 7 and 6. Oh, the 2 here looks down, making this 5 and 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is 3, this is 5. So 1, 2, 3 goes into those. 4 goes into those. 8, I don't know. 9, I don't know. But this is 8 or 9. Where do I look is the question. 1, 2, 3, 4 is in one of those. 7 is in one of those. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 and 9 is in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are 6, 7, 8, 9. So 8 is in one of those. 9 is in one of those. So this is 6 or this is 7. So this is not 7, this is 7. So this is 6, 8, 9. So this is 8 or 9. It's not 9. This is 8. So this is 6, 9. So these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nine clue in row 7. Right, this doesn't sum to 9, so that can't be the 9. That's the 5, that's the 2, that's the 5, that's the 9, that's the 3. 3 and 6 means that's the 9, which means that's the 4, that's the 8, that's the 3. Thank you. I missed that completely. That's the one that I'd forgotten the constraint I was working with because I'm a twonk knuckle. This is the 9, this is the 1, this is the 6, this is the 1, this is the 6, and this is the 9. If you forget the constraint that you're trying to solve, you're not going to have a very good time with the puzzle. How many times? Put your hand up if you've forgotten anti-knight or anti-king more than a dozen times. The hat time on that was 7 minutes 30, so I missed it by 67 seconds. I forgot the constraint I was trying to solve. Don't shoot. Yeah, I've done that a lot. I think that's probably a good place to start. I did a significant chunk of puzzles there. I think I did about 20 or something. Yeah, yeah. It's easy to do. That was a lot of fun though. I really liked that one. I mean, picking on the display of the constraints aside and everything, that was really cool. I love some of these constraints that have been discovered, come up with, reused, whatever. Particularly ones that Clover finds. I think Clover does a lot of really good research and then experimentation with what can be done with just simple playing with particularly given digits. We try and do how do we overlap constraints in interesting ways, but what can be done with given digits, I think is an art form that most of us have lost. And I think that's a little sad because they're probably the most powerful clue. Um, yeah, thank you everyone for watching. I really do appreciate everyone who comes along for these streams. Please remember to like the stream. Everyone who's chatting is a subscriber, I know that. But if you do find this and you aren't a subscriber to my channel, please do. I do try and bring puzzles of various difficulties. I tend to try and aim towards puzzles that expert solvers will be able to solve in a coffee break and intermediate in a lunch break. That's where I tend to aim for my channel. Mostly because I'm not an expert solver, so I try and do puzzles that I enjoy. The please comment even on these streams about things that you think I could do and try and do. Please check out my gas puzzle videos. I try not. Please let me know if you see ads during the mid-roll on my regular gas videos, because I've told YouTube quite solidly that I do not want ads to run during the mid-roll of those gas videos I release every 5 days. And please let me know if you see any, because I've tried very hard to make it that you do not get ads on those. You will get them before and after, because that won't interrupt the flow. But during the video, I hope you do not see ads on those. Yeah, and but my normal videos, that I'm not talking about those. I'm just talking about the gas videos. Um, because yeah, being interrupted in the middle of a like 4 or 5 minute puzzle, I think is just, it just breaks the flow, and I don't want to do that. What else? I hope to be running the best of 2023 soon. If you haven't nominated, do it today. I'll be starting to look at that tomorrow. And yeah, good luck for everyone with whatever it is that you're trying to do. Yes, I am going to be trying to stream more on BremSter games today. Although if I'm going to be playing Diablo with Felinae, we've decided to not stream that. Thanks everyone. Check out everything I do. I just try and have fun. Link to the pattern. Link to pattern. I'm not sure what you mean by pattern. Oh, Patreon. Uh, it's should be listed in every one of the videos, including below in this description. And what I will try and quickly find is, if I can find it quickly, I probably can't. If you go to my Patreon page, which I will link to here, like 5 or 6 posts down will be the post where you can nominate puzzles. I don't have a link to that ready, but it will be fairly top on that page. You can join my Patreon for free. And most of the and pretty much any puzzle that is posted there, any puzzle pack that is posted there, certainly will be available for everyone. You do not need to pay, and you'll be able to comment. You'll be able to do all of that. I want people to be able to comment on the packs and everything that is posted there. So you will be able to join my Patreon for free. You can donate if you wish to, and there are some things that will be locked for paid members. But if it's a puzzle or anything, it will be released for non-paid members after quite a short period of time, a week or 2 at most. Thank you everyone for watching, and as always, good luck with your solving. Bye everyone.